Hello, 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 Joe, long time no see. I was hanging out with you most of the day. Hendrik, hello, Talia, hello, Durfee, hi guys. How is everybody doing? How are you feeling? Happy Saturday night. I'm like, hey Unimon, good to see you. I'm so discombobulated with what day of the week it is. For me, I keep thinking it's Sunday, but it's actually not. It's actually Saturday. And I keep forgetting. Happy International Tea Day, everybody. Yeah, I totally knew it was International Tea Day. Yeah, no, I had no idea. So that's cool. I hope everybody has got a nice hot beverage ready for this stream. A nice hot tea. I have tea. Hello! Your NRL team got the win, Em. Whoop, whoop. Holla. That's awesome. Yeah, apparently it is International Tea Day. Hi, Jinsat. How's your day been? Are you watching the the election results with bated breath yet? When do we find out how it's going? How'd the mural go? The mural's going really well. I was actually, I meant to upload some pictures off of my camera because I've been taking photos on my actual camera. I've got a few that I took with my phone, but they're just not as good. But I can show you a bit of an update, maybe. Let me see. So, I'll just pop this on screen and then hopefully you guys will be able to see a little bit of it. It's going to be a bit tricky to make out, but basically here's my mum-in-law working hard on it. So she did start putting some paint on the wall at the end of today, which was very exciting. We were very keen to actually get some paint on the walls and start the mural off properly. We've got, yeah, I put these up on Discord as well, but here's like some close-ups. I'm going well, thank you. Hey Shady! Need a cold glass of wine. Yeah, fair enough. Yes, Joe, you should make some ginger tea. The election results are on the AEC website, and you have NRL playing on Triple M Brisbane. Nice. Nice. Oh, really? Yeah. So, this is like a part of the tree. You can see we've got a friendly little monkey hanging from the tree here and a teapot. So it's all being polled at this point, Derpy. It'll all be counted up over the next little while. And then this is Paul's spaceship. Paul wanted a spaceship on the mural, so Kathy put a tiny little spaceship here, which I thought was really cute. And then this is a close-up of like the elephant that's on the side here. So there's like lots of plants and greenery, and there's lots of birds in the trees. Yeah, this one's a lot further back, so you can kind of see the scale of it. So there's like a big tree here with a monkey, and then the elephant's like down here, and this is all like foliage and greenery and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be really, really nice, I think, when it's done. But it'll just it's gonna take a few more goes. Poor Kath, I think she was like, oh, okay, this is a big job. But yeah, she was here today from about 9 till about 3 working on it, like almost non-stop. Like I stopped her for lunch. I was like, come and eat! And I sent her home with cake. I sent her home with some of my carrot cake. Because yeah, she worked really hard on it, bless her. And it's going to be really, really nice. But yes, no, it is our federal election. But yeah, I'm okay. Thank you for asking, Talia. I am, I'm okay. Yeah, I think that's the best way to sum it up. My back is slowly, with each passing day, my back becomes more of an issue. And my stomach feels very full. Like I feel very full often. I'll get hungry and I'll be like, yes, I'm starving, I need to eat. And then I'll eat. And then afterwards I regret eating because I'm like, oh, I ate too much. Even if I didn't eat that much, like anything that I eat feels like too much. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe if you've been pregnant before in the late stages of pregnancy, you'll know what I mean. But it's like, yeah. So I'm alright. I'm okay. Oh, your seat is Marinoa and it's huge. Okay. Polls closed a couple of hours ago on the East Coast, an hour and a half ago in SANT, and I think they just closed in WA. Yeah. They tend to count well late into the evening. And then it kind of depends how close the margins are. Like, sometimes, you know, it really comes down to the wire and it comes down to, like, getting those last votes counted. Other times it's pretty clear from the initial counts, like, what's going to end up happening and who's going to end up in power. So we'll see. My prediction is it's going to be a change in power. We have preferential voting for it, so it takes longer. Yeah. My feeling is it's going to be a change in power. I don't think that the man who has been the Prime Minister of our country will continue to be. That's just my feeling. I could be wrong, but I think ScoMo's run his course, to be honest. Voting is compulsory, yeah. No, it wasn't too much of a hassle for me at all, Derpy, because I actually did it last weekend. Yes, no, I have a fair bit of indigestion, jet set. Quite a bit. I was saying on Discord, I can't wait for my stomach to go back down where it's supposed to be. Just, oh gosh. Yeah, no, I have quite a bit of reflux. I've still got a prescription tablet from my doctor that I can take when it's really bad, and then I've also been given the all clear to take my Lanta as needed. Just, you know, you don't want to take it like every day all the time. So yeah, I'm okay. I'm just and if I sound out of breath, it's because I just had dinner, and just after I eat is like the worst time for feeling just like full and short of breath. I'm like so it'll be okay. A hung parliament would be a good thing depending on which independents hold the ballots. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That was the other thing that came to mind, Jet Set, for me as well. I was like, maybe it'll actually be a hung parliament. I'm not sure. But I think, yeah, people are actually like quite willing and eager to see a change. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I like to see the main parties squirm. Well, so they should. Unfortunately for me, it's like yet another election where I don't really want either candidate to be in power. I don't really want to vote in either of those major parties. But I feel like it's going to end up being one of those major parties because that's just the way the Australian politics tends to work. Like, you know what I mean? You vote for smaller parties, yeah. Hopefully more and more people do, but I just feel like most people just go mainstream. Feel like that's a general political mood everywhere. Hey, Nini! How's it going? How's your day been? Your cousin in Oz finds it difficult too, but at least you guys have preferences. Yeah, definitely. But yeah. Hello, Abu Koda! Good to see you guys. Welcome into stream. How's everybody's day going? Or how's your day been if it's evening? Good evening, Ruddy Warrior. You had to postal vote because my family has got the spicy cough. Oh no. How are you, all my fruits? Yeah, we're tutti frutti. Tutti frutti and delicious. Been nervous about the concert later? Oh, you'll be right. Choirs are great though, because it's like, well, I mean, unless you have a very important big solo, you know, you're part of a group, so it'll be okay. Yeah, I hope you're all feeling not too bad, Warrior, because that's a bit nasty. My mum-in-law actually wasn't feeling too well today either. She was like, "Don't come too close to me. I wanted to come up and keep working on the mural, so I'm here, but I should have stayed home." And we were like, "Ooh." So she took a rat test and she was fine. Like, the rat test was clear, but at the same time, like, I don't have a lot of faith in rat tests right now, to be honest. So, because her sister had the spicy cough. Not the week just gone, but the week before. I know you took 3, yeah. So, and like, she and her sister are pretty close. Depends on your germ load, yeah. We'll see. I mean, at the moment I feel fine. I'm just fat. And if I cough, and I do cough occasionally when I'm lying down, but it's because of the reflux and esophageal damage, I think, just from having so much reflux. I'm pregnant. Yes, ma'am, I am. But you know what? I looked at my pregnancy tracker today. Yes, the spicy cough is currently slang for COVID. we like our slang. Oh, your little 7-month-old got it from childcare. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Hopefully your 7-month-old is okay. Almost out of ice, so thank God, yeah. But yeah, no, so I was looking at my pregnancy tracker today, and guys. So in my head, I'm like, oh, you know, I've still got weeks and weeks and weeks. But do you know what? 45 days until my due date. 45 until my due date. That's not that many. Yeah, it's about to be 6 weeks. It'll be 6 weeks on Tuesday. But like, because I've been thinking of it in terms of weeks, which still feels like a really long time. But 6 times 7 is 42. So it's like, whoa, you know, I saw that it was under 50 days and I went, whoa. When you're a little kid, 6-week school holidays lasted forever. Yeah, definitely. Baby is getting so close. And also, hello, Fireflower. What's the gender? I'm having a little boy, Unimorn. He's a very happy little camper in there. I know it may be earlier or later. I know, Hendrik. Most likely later. But, I mean, even if it does go over, I'll only go over by like a week and then they'll induce me. So, you know. Have you picked a name? Oh, don't get me started, Pastel Pixie. Yes, I have, but my husband doesn't like it, so now I've got to pick another one. Yeah, bounding around and adventuring in no time, I know. Seem like it's going to be worse in winter. Got to apply for COVID insurance and get a flu shot before you head to Melbourne in August. COVID insurance. Gosh, that sounds like fun. What was the name? So, okay, so I guess I can share it. I thought of the name. Hey, Asa, good to see you, darling. How are you? A few weeks ago, and I did mention the name on Discord and on stream, I sort of came up with the name Henry. And I fell in love with it. I really did. I kept thinking this name, Henry, and it just really stuck. And so you knew I liked Henry. And so I started calling him Henry, like, to myself, and, you know, sort of thinking of him as Henry in my head. And when Paul and I originally discussed it, he was like, whatever. And then he said, you know what, if we can't think of anything else when he, like, by the time he's born, we can name him Henry, I'll accept it. And that was what he said. So I was like, locked in, you know, secretly to myself. Oh, you just watch the Sound of Music? How do you solve a problem like Maria? Harry, yeah, well, Harry's actually like a nickname of Henry. But yeah, so, like, the only problem with Harry is I feel like everyone would be like, oh, after Harry Potter, or, oh, after the Prince, and I'd be like, no, I just like the name. But anyway, so yeah, Henry, in my head, I was like, check that in. We're not going to agree on anything else. We're never going to think of another name we can agree on. You know, so that's decided. But then every time I've mentioned it lately, Paul, like, each time I've mentioned it, Paul's gotten more and more like, nah, about it. And every time he's like more against it, I guess. And so now I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated because it's like, I don't want to just completely go against my husband's wishes and be like, screw you, I've picked the name. Because that doesn't seem very nice. But it was like a weight, I guess, off of my mind to just have picked the name. I also really like the name Harrison, but Paul's boss, one of Paul's clients, son's is named Harrison or something, and so Paul's like, nah, I can't name the kid Harrison because that would be weird. And I'm like, how much do you have like to do with Harrison, your client's child? Nothing. Harold. No, I wouldn't go Harold. Harold's not it for me. But anyway, so yeah, that was the name I sort of had picked. Your ex is a Harrison? Or Talia's like, don't call him Harrison. No. Anyway, and it was perfect, right? Because one of my favorite celebrities as well is Henry Cavill. I was like, I'm gonna name my child after Henry Cavill, you know. And when I told Paul that, he was like, oh, well, Cavill's a cool name. Let's just call him Cavill. And I'm like, no, that's not a name. Your friend is calling her baby boy Theodore. Funny thing about that, Theodore was our first pick for a boy. But then a couple of people we knew had a Theo. And we were like, oh. If you think about it, they are 100 plus people with different names you meet. So you shouldn't restrict yourself that much with picking names. Yeah. Anyway, so basically now we're just at a bit of a hung parliament ourselves. Huey. No. Brett. Why Brett? So at the moment we do have like a second favorite name, which is Ryan. Ryan is our next choice. Hudson and Hayden. Hayden's cute. Name him after Darth Vader, Hayden Christensen. And then, yeah, at lunch the other day with Paul's friends, dinner last night actually with Paul's mum, he said he'd pick Ryan over Henry. And so now I'm kind of trying to go, okay, can I make this mental shift? Can I let go of Henry? And in which case, Hendrik, I'll name him after my great moderator and supporter and personal friend. You used to like someone named Ryan? Yeah. Yeah, we need a name we both like. We do both like Ryan. We do. We both like Ryan. So that might end up being his name. But I just have to do some more work, I guess, like in my brain to come around to him not being called Henry. Could use Henry as a second name? I could. Yeah. Something else might come to us. That's very true. Yeah. Definitely. But we have we each have a top 5. So I could read you our top 5s. Wait. So yeah, my top 5, I had Henry, Ethan, Jackson, Ryan, and Jordan. And then Paul's top 5, he had Alex, Flynn, Jason, Jack, but he doesn't like Jackson, and Ryan. Channel reward name best baby IRL. I'll just go to Paul and be like, Paul, I'm sorry. Someone cashed in 100,000 channel points and picked the name of our child, and it's Sean. You know, like whatever name you pick. Yeah, Jackson could work, but no, Paul doesn't like Jackson. And I'm not like a huge fan of Jack. That was kind of like that. That's your boyfriend's name? Dude, we're just like linked here. This is weirdness going on. Anyway. I know! It's creepy. How am I doing this? You'd pick Jack over Jackson too? Yeah. Well, the thing about Ryan is that Paul really likes and wants short names, and I really like and want a name that is at least 2 syllables. And I said to Paul originally, I was like, I want 2 syllables. And Ryan is 4 letters and 2 syllables. So it kind of wins. Henry's only 5 letters. Like, Henry's not a long name. But anyway, so that's where we're at with the naming. Ian. Yeah, Ian's another one. I've got an uncle named Ian though, so that might be a bit weird. Tempted to redeem the name the baby. Oh dear. Can name the kid after the ugliest sim in tier 3, Ethan. I like the name Ethan, but yeah. 100,000 channel points for name the baby Hendry. Henry, I mean. Hendry, what? I read that. I read Hendrick and I read Henry at the same time. Hendry! There you go, I found the perfect, most beautiful name. Your uncles all have old-fashioned names. Aaron? Nah. Yeah. Aaron's like, you were lazy and you picked the first name in the baby book. Because it's double A. Your nephew's called Lennon? Aww. Goopy. Yeah, I named him after Goopy Gills Carbo. Well, my cousin just had a baby boy recently named Bowie. You know, like David Bowie? But his first name is Bowie. Aaron was the brother of Moses. He sure was. Proposed some medieval names so that Henry starts to sound good. Yeah, reminds me of in Chuck when Chuck's sister is like, I picked the perfect name for our baby girl, Grunka. And she convinces her husband that she's got her heart set on the name Grunka just to convince him that he needs to come up with a name stat, and then they end up both agreeing on a name. And she's like, I can't believe you thought I was going to name our baby after my kitchen spoons from IKEA. I always loved that scene. Knox, that's a cool name. Hunter is a nice name. Anyway, okay, enough about names. We need to... George. No, George is a dandy name. Hey, Nima, good to see you. Wenceslas? That's what I called my Simbeth's second child. That's the one I'll take to him, Hendrik, and be like, okay, someone from my stream redeemed Name the Baby, and so we have to go with this. We have no George is your dad's name. George is a dandy English name. George, you porgy pudding and pie, kissed the girls and made them cry. His brother was Edward. So your parents went with the royal baby name list. But yeah, I'll be like, your name is Swedish, so your name sounds like IKEA furniture. Oh yeah, I'll go, yeah, no, they redeemed like this channel point reward. They've named our baby, Wenceslas. It's called Alex. Oh, you guys crack me up. Alex is like one of Paul's favorites currently, but I don't really love it. You used to work at IKEA? Jealous. My mum, when naming my brother, and I chose to make everyone's lives difficult through saying and spelling our names. Yeah. See, that's what I don't want to do, Talia. That is what I actually want to avoid. I do not want to be that person who names their child something that everyone's constantly going like, okay, so how do I pronounce this? Or like, how do I spell this? I just wanted it to be like a classic, simple name that it's like, oh yeah, Henry, you know, and not be that person who changes it to have an I at the end. People keep writing me with CK, even online when my name is written out. I almost did that the other day, Hendrik. I had to check. Erkenhold. That's funny. Fruniger. Just some fun medieval names. I love them. I love them. Fireflower. Okay, enough about names though. Enough about names. Because it stresses me out. Anyway, okay, so, you guys, here we are. We are just temporarily jumping back into my Sim Self house. Nini and I have the same drawer, neat. Yep, I have the Malm. Well, they're not mine, they're in the nursery, but I have the Malm drawers in the nursery. I'll call him Malm, M-A-L-M, Malm. Yeah. But yeah, so we're back here in my Simself's household, just temporarily, because last time we got the treasure trove on the ROS. You have a Malm nightstand, there you go. So we need to actually come in here and just give them everything that we were supposed to give them before I forget. So if you missed the last medieval stream, you might be a bit confused, but basically, yeah, Jetset redeemed the channel point reward to select a Ross outcome for this family. So she got to handpick a Ross outcome for the family, and we chose treasure trove. So we have a couple of things just to add to our household here. You have a few months after the baby is born, you have to register a name. I know, Jet Set, but I want to have one picked because it's just one less thing to worry about. And I'm really trying to cut down on the things I have to worry about. But yeah, so we unlocked 4 new Sims who we have created in Kaz, and we'll work out what to do with them later. But then we also got a new build item, 6 new furnishing fabrics, 1 new chair, 6 new items of clothing, 1 new deco, 4 small tables, a genie lamp, and 5 food items. Malm bed, a Billy bookcase, and the Alex desk. Yeah, Billy bookcases. Oh, name him Billy. That's a cute name. Bill. Billy's cute. Bill. Okay. But yeah, so in terms of how this works is that right now we have 234 simoleons. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ka-ching them a few times. And then, whoops, whatever we buy them, there we go, we will then, like, it's basically free, and then we're going to set them back down to 234 simoleons. So I'm just going to make a note of, like, 234 as their starting funds. Yeah, Jitset, we might end up doing that anyway, but I don't know. I just, in my head, I was like, yeah, no, this is the name and I'm sticking with it. Billy, like Billy Connolly. Yeah. But so in terms of 1 new build item for the family, I think what I'm going to go with is actually another Sun and Moon Star Factory tree, I think. A giving tree. Unless any of you guys can think of something more useful to give this family as a build item. Like we could do another staircase. We could do another fireplace, although we don't really need one. But I think another giving tree is a great idea because then we'll have another opportunity to collect like twigs when we need them. And another opportunity to just, yeah, like be a little bit more self-sufficient. So that's why I was thinking of going with one of those. So yeah, I'll give you guys a minute if you can think of anything better. Because again, it's only 1 new build item that we get. So I was thinking a tree would serve us very well. Otherwise, I could get them like another fruit tree of some kind. Like a something harvestable. But I think I like the idea of a giving tree. Maybe this beautiful Japanese maple could be good. It's kind of on the big side. Decorative rock like in Winkleture? No. The most useless thing I could possibly give them. No, we're not doing that. London tree. These trees are beautiful, but huge. Yeah, and I think I'll go with this lovely Japanese maple. I think I'll stick that just over here. No, it looks kind of funny there. Where do I want this tree? Maybe I should replace that tree. I know you were joking. Adam Bent Greeds has retained his seat. Okay, cool. Jetset, please do feel free to keep me up to date. Deco rock. Do you know what? I'll buy a deco rock as well. Yeah, feel free to keep us up to date on the election while we stream, because I am actually quite interested to see how it turns out. I'll put a decorative rock over here by the gong pit. There we go. Beautiful decorative rock. Yeah, bigger one of the base game Japanese maple. Yep. It's beautiful. Really nice tree. Okay, so that's that done. Right, the next on our list, we get 6 new furnishing fabrics. So I'm thinking we could get like a nice rug, maybe for the bedroom upstairs. We could also get some curtains for their windows because they don't have any curtains currently. And I think that would just make the area a lot nicer. So we could put a rug in here. And let's pick a fairly nice one. That actually looks really nice. Your electorate is the second most conservative in Australia. Really, Asa? Oh, gosh. Trying not to get too political. Thank you, Jitset. I appreciate it. But yeah, do like, just give us the little updates. Is this the Test of Time challenge? No, Unimon. This is actually the Medieval Charter challenge. So you can have a look at the original rule set there through that link. Otherwise, I've also got, oops, that's not typing. A spreadsheet which kind of takes you through exactly what we're doing and where we're at with our challenge. So it's not quite the Test of Time. It is similar, but not quite. Okay, so then in terms of like fabrics for the windows, I don't want to do anything that's like fancier than they could realistically have. I need to make more recolors of this. Whoops. This curtain, it's actually really nice mesh. Oh, it's a really nice mesh. So put one there and one there. And then here we could actually do with some like window shutters. So they're not just like open to the elements all the time. How does this work? I'm not sure. Like that, so that it looks like they open and close the shutters. That's nice. I like that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 furnishing fabrics so far. So we still get 2 more. Hi Dylan, how you going? It's been a while. How you been? Yeah, everyone, Jitset is very passionate about her politics. And for more context, I am not particularly passionate about my politics. So I try to remember that my ignorance is not necessarily a good thing. Okay, do we want to just put some more curtains downstairs? Probably. So let's go with maybe... Like these curtains are kind of cute. And I think these are slave to bedding. Yeah, they are. Which is nice. You love those shutters? That's good. You're doing well. Glad to hear it, Dylan. Glad to have you with us for this evening. So yeah, if you're just joining us, this family basically got a really lucky what's called Ross roll, and so they're entitled to some free stuff, which is going to make their lives a lot happier. Auto shutters. So these should automatically open and close, if I'm understanding that correctly. So let's put that maybe like there, so we have shutters on that kitchen window. There we go. All right, so furnishing fabrics done. We get 1 new chair. Now by chair, does it mean any type of chair? Like, can that be a living chair? Or does it have to be like a dining chair? We don't really have a lot of space for extra dining chairs, or living chairs for that matter. What do we think? What should we get for the family? Probably another living chair is a nice idea. Recliner? I don't know if I have any particularly no, I don't have any medieval recliners. Look at this. My recliners category is all vanilla. Yeah. I don't know if that was really a thing. But we could get them. Don't know. I mean, we're gonna need a bigger table. Hi, Jen. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, we are gonna need a bigger dining table when all of our kids age up. So maybe as a preemptive thing, we could just grab them an extra dining chair that for now is just kind of like sitting over here on the side of the room, waiting for the day it becomes needed. Yeah. So few medieval recliners. Okay, so 1 new chair. Then 6 new items of clothing. I'm gonna hold off on that until the next time we play the family. And then I'll buy them some new clothes. Deco 1. Okay, so we can get some type of new decorative item. Like a tapestry for the wall, maybe? Or a mirror? Oh, we could get them a little mirror. Which could be like, could be quite helpful for them, actually. I still don't think, above the mantle, or that bare wall. Yeah. I don't think that, mirrors are particularly medieval whatsoever, though. That's the only thing about mirrors. Rachel, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. How's life been treating you lately? Right now, if you have just joined the stream, I am just furnishing my little household here with some very lucky free items that they happen to receive. That does look quite nice. Wasn't expecting a stream at this time. No, you're not confused about time zones, Rachel. I had to change plans extremely last minute this morning. Mirrors were not... Okay, maybe I'll put a painting up there instead. Yeah, no, so I had to change plans extremely last minute this morning. Usually I stream in the morning on Saturdays for me. But basically my mum-in-law called us at like 7:45 this morning, so about 15 minutes before I was meant to go live, and said, I'm on my way, I'll be there in an hour and 15 minutes. So we went, oh gosh, really? Okay. Because we knew she was coming up today, because my mum-in-law is currently painting a big, beautiful mural on the wall in the nursery. And we knew she was coming up, but usually when my mum-in-law comes up, she gets here at about 11 a.m., like between 11 and 12. So I was like, oh, I can't go live if she's gone away. You waited patiently for the stream by sleeping. Yeah. It is believed that glass mirrors were invented at Sidon in the 1st century AD. Wow. Okay. That's alright, I like the picture. Okay, so then small tables 4. 4 small tables. By small tables, I assume they mean like either end tables or coffee tables. So that's how we will interpret that. Let's get them a beautiful coffee table of some description. I don't like how the Sims medieval stuff just does not match the aesthetic. I feel like it all just needs to be retextured so it actually matches. You only have some tiki recliners back when you played Test of Time. Nice. Busy with school? We are taking the kids away next week. Oh, really? School camp. Woohoo! We love a school camp. I mean, the students love a school camp. The question is, do the teachers love a school camp? Oh, we can get some end tables for the bed. Oh, how nice. Let's get some end tables for the bedroom. So 2 and 3. There's an interesting video I saw the other day about metal mirrors from India. Oh. Yeah, I guess like a really shiny metal could be used as a mirror, couldn't it? Yeah, no, that does make sense actually. Also, I hope all your kidlets behave for you on school camp, Rachel. School camps were always a good excuse to go a bit wild. Get up to some shenanigans. Glass mirrors were quite common in Egypt, Gaul, Germany, and Asia. Oh. It's definitely hard work. I'll bet. Everybody in chat, share your memories of your favorite school excursion or camp that you went on. My favorite school camp that I went on was probably... That's a good question, actually. Oh, I'd have to think about that. I went on a major school camp once, which was, it took us to Melbourne. But I remember being like really homesick the whole time. So that kind of ruined it for me. And I was only in like grade 4, maybe? So like my 5th year of school, so year 4, grade 4. And yeah, I was quite young and I was quite homesick. But it was a very exciting school camp. On your camp, we had cordial and pretended it was alcohol. Nice. Okay, so there we go. 4 small tables. And now we get the pièce de résistance, the thing that is going to turn the tides of our fortunes here in this challenge. If I can find where it is. We get a genie lamp that has washed ashore in the wreckage, in the carnage. I wonder where it is though, because I'm not sure. Miscellaneous appliance? Maybe it's in like... It's probably in miscellaneous knowledge. The genie lamp, exactly. Aha! It's in knowledge. Marvelous. So yes, we have discovered a mysterious and magical genie lamp that has appeared, washed up, and it's just gonna sit, I don't know where. I was gonna say on the coffee table, but apparently it can't sit on the coffee table. Let's just put it over here for now. So we brought it inside and we put it down. We had a school camp to try and see Haley's comet. It poured and we saw nothing. Chat said, I said favorite school camp, not most miserable. Because of the genie. Right, that makes sense. Okay, so then the last thing we get is 4 food items. So I'm thinking we could, 5 food items. I'm thinking we could give them like a sack of sugar, a sack of salt, things that like, you know, would realistically wash ashore. Maybe a parcel of food. Maybe like a parcel of Highland cattle. Lucky this family. And then... Or we could do like a crate of fish. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Still lots of fun, that's good. Aranmula Kanadi, that's the name of the mirror. How cool's that? Fave school trip, when we went to an Iron Age camp where the staff were all dressed up in Iron Age clothes. I loved the whole feel and getting to try some day-to-day Iron Age things. That sounds cool. We did a similar school camp. I think this one I might have been in year 3. We went to a place called Swan Hill where they had a pioneer village And so we got to experience sort of some pioneer type life. Awesome, Fire, thank you. I'll check that out. Yeah, we got to experience some like pioneer life. The only problem with that one was, so one of the activities we did was to cook like an old-fashioned pioneer meal. And at that age, I was an extremely, extremely fussy eater. And so we cooked this like stew, and I couldn't eat it. Because of course a medieval stew, what's that gonna have in it, you guys? That's gonna have like, you know, meat, loads of vegetables, and a bit of salt. And that's pretty much gonna be it. And I didn't really eat vegetables. So I had a minor meltdown that day because I was starving hungry and I couldn't eat this stew because it was so disgusting. I tried to eat it and I literally gagged. I tried to eat it and I literally gagged. I was almost sick. And so I couldn't eat the stew. And the people were not very sympathetic. I asked if I could please have a little bit of extra bread to have with my stew, and they were like, no, you need to eat your stew. And I just burst into tears and ran out the room. I just burst out the tears and ran out the room because I was so ashamed of myself. I was so embarrassed. I really wanted to make a good impression on these lovely pioneer people, and I just couldn't do it. Anyway. Oh, let's get them some cheese. They can have 2 wheels of cheese as well. There we go. So 5 food items. Okay, beautiful. Please, sir, may I have some bread? Yeah, I just wanted something I could eat because I was so hungry. And then luckily, and I was terrified as well because I thought my teacher was going to come and yell at me. Because I still to this day am not good with being in trouble. I was never good with being in trouble from like teachers and authority. I never minded being in trouble with my mother, but like, you know, people of like proper sort of authority, I never wanted to be in trouble with. But luckily my teacher was like a little more sympathetic because I was sure they were going to like yell at me and tell me off and tell me I was such a horrible child, but they were quite sympathetic. And they took me back to the main, like, area. Yes, we are doing the shipwreck, yes. They took me back to the main, like, area where we were camping, and they said I would have to miss out on all the other activities for the afternoon, but I could go to the kitchen and ask for something to eat. And so I did that. And then they ended up coming back a bit later and getting me to go and rejoin with the other activities. So there you go. There's a fun story from little Bethy's childhood. I was never good with being in trouble, even with my parents. Yeah, no, it's like... Yeah, school camp was always really hard if you didn't do or feel what the group does. Yeah, exactly. So... otherwise it was a really fun camp, but it was like, that experience for me was like so traumatic. Have you ever played The Sims 3 Medieval? I have played it. Yes, I have played it once. But yeah, I think probably my favorite school camp was actually... probably the first one I ever went on. And you know what it was? And this is going to sound so lame. We had a sleepover at the school. This was in about year 2, maybe? And basically all it was we had a sleepover at the school. And it was really fun. And we played lots of games. And the teachers were all in such good moods. Oh, Hendrik. Yeah, I feel that. One of the mean girls threw your soft toy out the window. You poor thing. You poor thing. That's so mean. But then as a teenager, I went on a lot of youth camps. I didn't go on as many like school camps throughout my high school, but I went on a lot of like youth group camps, like church camps. They were fun because everyone was really nice. Poor sheepy, the sheep. Poor sheepy indeed. That's horrible. I wonder, I'm wearing a green shirt. Is that because I'm a little hot. I wonder if the green screen's gonna like... No, I'm okay. It's not like... We allowed to go into the other cabins on youth camp? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay. So, you guys. This, my loves, is the family that we're actually playing today. So, if you are... Asa, what? That is disgusting. Ew. What a great memory for you of church camp. Someone did a poop in the pool. How old were you? Number 2, Hendrik. Do you know like number 1 and number 2 when you go to the toot? How old were the people on this camp, Asa? What the hell? Everyone screamed like there was a shark in the pool. Oh, you think you're about 10? Okay. You're supervising camps today, Becky? Well, I hope nobody's done a toozy in the pool. Oh no, Joe. Yeah, is number 2 very Australian? Oh, okay. Okay. More Australian slang. Just to confuse you all. But okay, you guys, so... Becky's like, ugh. What we're doing is we're playing the Ford family. 1 hour into stream, my lord. Hey, Becky, thank you for the follow, by the way. You thought it was British. Oh, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I've literally been live for like an hour and we're finally into the family we're playing tonight. Great stream, Addict. Hello. Camera. There we go. So this family are going to be sheep farmers. And I also want them to breed dogs for the neighborhood. Because basically this is Lyndall and Icon. Lyndall and Icon are both absolute nutcases. But they are both very like animal loving. Yeah, so I think Lyndall in particular is an animal handler. And so yeah, we want them to breed sheep for the neighborhood and also breed dogs. So we don't have any dogs yet. We have a cat. But so we're going to be trying to adopt some strays. And I want them to adopt 2 Jack Russells that I added to the neighborhood. If only you knew what children today can think of. I don't want to. Thank you very much. We were shopping for some of that. What were we shopping for? Names? We were name shopping. Oh, and like setting up my SimCell family. Okay. But yeah, so we have this pig, right? The pig followed us home from market yesterday, which was a lucky Ross roll. So we can at least sell the pig to the butcher today. Yeah, some of that time we were busy. You're right. Yeah, no, I don't want to know. Becky, how old are the kids that you're supervising? Are they little kids or are they like a bit older when they get like real nasty ideas in their heads? Like 11-year-olds? But yeah, so we're going to sell this pig to the butcher for a little bit of money. And then, yeah, we're going to be focusing on attempting to track down the stray Jack Russells. Because I think that would be good. And then, what is that? Is that my... Oh, okay. My other thought for this family is that they could do some more like gathering and gather a lot of stuff from the woods. Sell like fruit and nuts. and mushrooms and things like that. She is pregnant, yes. Yes, and so he's actually not in love with her. No, they're not in love. They just, you know, they got married because they knew they were right for each other. But so Icon's had a bit of a sad life. No instant love, exactly. He got, at one point, changed to the grilled cheese aspiration. He got hit on the head real hard. Between 8 to 16, Becky! That's a very wide range of, kids you got there to look after. The sheepies are cute, yeah. But we can't sell these sheepies because these sheepies have to be the mummy and the daddy of all the other sheepies that we're going to be eventually having. Now, another thing we were doing with this family was we were going to let them dig around to try to find a well. So we actually had a well digging party last time, if you remember, for their housewarming, but we didn't strike water. So that's something else we're trying to do. Medieval grilled cheese, yeah. Okay, so let's hit play. There's a wolf on the lot right now, which isn't great. So yeah, we have to take care of the cat. Didn't I have like a tree where the cat was bird hunting or something? Oh no, we just have like a feather. Yeah, we have like a raven spawner, so the cat can hunt for its food. Right, okay. But yeah, we threw them a lovely like housewarming party last time, if you guys remember. Where people from the neighborhood came over and like tried to sort of gift them things to help them get set up. Keep them away from TikTok. Man, we would have slayed TikTok back in the youth camp days. Okay, I'm gonna get you up, love, because you probably need to come and use this and find something to eat for yourself. Go ahead and clean that up. Now, I noticed you also happen to have a chicken package in your inventory, so you must have bought that from the butcher's, which I'm not going to say no to. And we've got some berries that we can eat for snacks as well. But we can open the chicken parcel and put that away. Let's recycle that. Okay, so then can you come in here and can you like collect the hog done? Oh, what? How? No, I reject that. Fire. My sheep wandered away and has become lost. It's inside a freaking closed pen. Are you joking? No! It's inside a closed pen. Are you serious? That was the ram. Sheep can jump. They sure can. Oh, so annoyed. Don't stuff your face. Have some actual food. Have some breakfast, okay? Have some oats. Is this sheep pregnant at least? Hey, okay, well the ewes currently pregnant, so that's something. Must have been a naughty sheep. Fire's like, you'll get no sympathy from me, darling. Okay, so you can go ahead and eat these berries. Lyndall, you're okay, hun. Just use this counter right here. There you go. I know you're hungry. The sheep went out to buy milk. I did. I lost my ram. It wandered away and it got lost. Apparently it jumped the fence of the pen and away it went. So, very unlucky. But we can at least sell the boar. Okay, so we're going to, oh, this boar is, I think the boar is sick. We're going to take the boar down to the butcher. We're going to sell the boar to the butcher for at least a little bit of money. Hopefully enough money that we'll be able to pay our rent is the idea. They have absolutely no seating, so that's not ideal. Lyndall also is desperate to have some fun. That oats did not fill you up very much, did it? Alright then. Can we have some more berries to eat, please? Eat away. Is there food? No, there's not food for the boar. The boar just followed us home yesterday. Who decided to let the insane people care for the animals? I don't know. Yeah, the boar just followed us home literally yesterday, so we kind of just put him in the pen temporarily overnight until we could go and sell it to the butcher. So that's what he's going to do today. And then we'll also take him to the well to collect some money, collect some water and maybe beg for money. Because we're going to need to be able to pay our rent. And this first rent payment's going to be really hard for this household to afford. On whose authority was this decision made? Ugh. And if you guys see me doing this a lot, it's because I have a very sore back. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Erratic Logic. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. Alright, so here we are. Here's Vanilla. Hi there. So let's talk about grilled cheese with her. See if she likes grilled cheese. And then so boars. The boar is going to sell for. Okay, so we said a female pig sells for 200. Would you guys say that a boar would sell for the same amount as a female pig? Oh, she didn't want to talk about grilled cheese? Oh, awkward. Can we admire her? Hey, Farah. He's sick. Yeah, he is a bit sickly. So I do feel like Fenella would, like, talk him down. Maybe should sell for less. Yeah. Hey, Desi. How's it going? Welcome into the stream. Let's sell it for 127. Because it's a sick boar. And, it's not going to have much meat on it because it's been starving. So let's do that. There you go. How's your day going so far, Desi? It's good to see you. Alright, cool. So now we've done that. Now we're very stinky, which isn't ideal. But we're going to walk to another community lot, and we're going to head to the well. Oh good, it's raining. Can we take a shower in the rain? Just pull out some soap and just start washing the smelly bits. Because we need water for the animals. How are me and the bean? The bean's great. The bean has not a care in the world. Me carrying the bean, slightly uncomfortable. Yeah, no, we're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, so we'll grab a couple buckets of water. And then let's go here. We're really stinky. Let's beg for money. If I can do that, please. Hold up. I'm sure I saw it before. Oh, maybe he's not poor enough to beg for money anymore. Oh, snap. Shoot, that's not what I wanted. I think because he sold the boar and he's now got 270 simoleons, he can't beg for money anymore. Really? No, I forgot, Joe. Oh my goodness, sorry. Yeah, no, I think I completely forgot to do that. We're just going to play some catch with Wilton Arkwright, are we? Sure, that's totally normal. Yeah, no, I meant to get that. I did mean to get that. I just forgot. Okay, so I was kind of hoping we might see a stray animal appear while we were here. But it doesn't look like we're going to get lucky with a stray. Did I open the bathhouse yet? I don't think I did. Hey, Mel. Welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Happy International Tea Day, everybody in chat. Apparently it's International Tea Day, so I hope you're all drinking tea for this stream. Joe, I hope you got your ginger tea. It's good for the belly. Okay, let's stop playing catch. This is a waste of our time. I don't think I did open the bathhouse yet, did I? Okay, let's just temporarily go home. Drop off some stuff. No, I haven't played it yet because I don't think we've paid for it yet. Like, I don't think the treasury has paid for it yet, Shady. Yeah, puts on kettle. Good job. Yeah, I've got my raspberry leaf tea again tonight for the stream. I'm slowly getting used to the flavor. And I've been adding some sweetener to it because it's a little bitter. But yeah, with a little bit of sweetener, it's not too bad. Hey, kitty cat. What are you doing, push, 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 push? Who's a good kitty? Okay, well there's Felix. You're not the stray dog I was looking for. I really want these guys to get the Jack Russells. So, we're gonna hold out for the Jack Russells. You should get tea. Yes, everybody get tea. It's okay. You won't miss much. Also, how are you, by the way, Fire? How's life? We all leave. Everybody's just like, well, yeah, we'll be right back, T. Cool. No, that's fine. I would accept that 100%. You want to catch butterflies. Okay. You know what, honey? You catch butterflies. Don't let your dreams be dreams. We've got some butterflies right here, ready to be caught. I just so happen to be organized today. And, yeah, dream big. Yeah, I just happened to be organized today and actually have my tea ready before I started streaming for once. Amazing. And yeah, don't mind me bouncing. Sorry, it just, like, relieves the pressure on my back a little bit. Which is a bit weird, but whatever. Alright, well that was a little bit of fun. Can we play with the cat a bit, just to have a little bit more fun? Because we are in a bad mood. So let's play, like, cat teaser. Toss in the air. You're going pretty well? Trying to iron out a persistent annoyance in Redacted, but once that's done, ready for testing. Awesome! Can't wait. Hey, Red Arena! Popping in for a little bit while it's quiet at work. Well, we're glad to have you here. Another late night shift for you tonight, huh? Glad you could make it. Sorry I had to change up stream schedule for this weekend, because you probably would have been able to be here this morning, right? There we go. We're having a little bit of fun with the cat at least. Oh, it's a rough life for these Sims right now. I can't believe you guys talked me into getting this Sim pregnant last time we played this household. And by talked me into it, I mean you probably redeemed a traffic baby. Hope work's going well though, Radarina. I hope the kids are behaving. Not me, says Joe. No. You were pretty busy this morning anyway with chores and voting. Yeah, fair. You're just going in and out of the game, trying to get as much things done as possible as the weather's getting pretty hot. Oh no. As the heat wave hits, well then I only dare boot my PC at night. Fair enough, yeah. No, that's absolutely fair enough. Here it's cold and wet. We're having another, like, clear but freezing cold night here tonight, I think. So, like, the days are kind of sunny, but the nights are very, very cold. So, like, at nighttime, if there's no... Yeah, it was so cold last night, wasn't it, Radarina? At nighttime, if there's no cloud cover, it's like, it's very, very cold. Hey, the Blue Tendo! Welcome into stream. How's it going? Good to have you here. Also, I like your username. I assume it's a play on Nintendo, of which I am a large, very much a fan. Excuse me, Constantina Arkwright. Why you be kicking my trash can over? What did I ever do to you to deserve this treatment? Absolute rudeness. Nintendo was your first game console? Nice! Yeah, we had a Nintendo 64, and then we had a Nintendo GameCube, and then I had a Wii. Is she mean? I guess so. Sometimes mean walk-bys do that. Well, it was very uncalled for. Dogs rolling in it, yeah. There's a mild tornado-like weather? Oh my goodness, Fire, that's terrifying. These headphones are amazing. Yes, 100% recommend Bluetendo. They're really, really nice. So the reason I got them in particular was because I wear glasses whenever I work at my computer. These are blue light computer glasses, and they save me. I'm very photosensitive, so I easily get like headaches and stuff from looking at computers too much. Anyway, so these headphones were recommended because they're really squishy. Because the ones I was using before these really like pushed in, and they were giving me headaches from the pressure of my glasses against the side of my head. These are DT990 Pros by Biodynamic. They are not cheap. They're not the most expensive headphones in the world, but they are not cheap. They are actually designed for like music editing and like mixing music and like soundtracks and stuff. So they're really, really high audio quality. And the other thing I was desperate for with when I was buying new headphones was I didn't need a headset because I have this, which is my microphone. So I didn't want a headset. And so these are headphones only. They're good for gaming, yeah, very. The sound quality is really, really good. Okay, so you're home. Let's go ahead and... the cat's trying to hop up on the counter, but there's this jar of butterflies up here. Our wifey's sleeping right now. She's not doing super great. So I think what we're going to do is serve some grilled cheese sandwiches so that we have something to eat when she wakes up. DJ Beth, yeah. Back in the day, when I was still very serious about my music and my singing and that kind of thing, I did consider doing like a singing YouTube channel, you know, like uploading covers, like me singing covers of other songs. And so I actually did get into like, you know, how to record music from my piano into my computer, how to use like audio editing software, like, yeah, all kinds of stuff like that. But I didn't end up going down that route. Really, Hendrik? Good tip. Wouldn't want you to wait 8 months, but just to put it out there in general. Noted. Alright, let's get up, honey, so you can grab a plate of food. Yours are Hypercloud? Yeah, these ones, yeah, they're like studio, like music mixing headphones. Over ears and squishy, yeah. I'm so fussy when it comes to headphones. It's ridiculous. I was asking in some gaming Facebook groups that I'm a part of, like everyone recommend me like headphones. And I put in my post, I was like, to be clear, I do not want or need a headset. I want headphones. And still so many people were recommending to me like headsets. And I'm like, no. Yeah. The gaming audio sounds awesome. Absolutely. Okay, cool. So we have, we've come home briefly. I'm actually going to send Icon out again, walking to another community lot. We're going to go to the woods, which is not far from where we live actually. And we're going to collect some mushrooms and some goods that we can trade at the market. I am tempted to have him cut down a tree as well. Oh, really, Ginger? You're not the only one who has made us in with grilled cheese aspiration as main. Well, this was actually the result of a random occurrence. Oopsie, my bra just came undone, sorry. Yeah, this was actually the result of a random occurrence. So this was like a random event that happened in the game. I think originally he was like a something else sim. Hey, thank you for the follow, Blue Tendo. Okay, cool. So we're here. Let's go ahead and can we harvest? Yeah, we can harvest a couple more berries, which is excellent. But yeah, grilled cheese aspiration is good fun. It's actually very easy to keep him happy. Hey, Julia. The reason I was thinking about having him cut down a tree was so he could bring the stump home as a chair. But I don't know. Okay, let's get some raspberries. Since this family has no money, I'm getting them to stock up on things they can eat. Okay. What? Hang on, do we have a squirrel infestation? Is that what the game just said? Solve squirrel infestation. What does this mean? Janny, good morning. I can cut down the trees with mods, yes. So Ginger, I know you from Gluon, don't I? You're a Gluon, a Glooby, right? Yeah, this is a very heavily modded Sims 2. Oh, do I know you from Danny? Oh, okay. Yeah. What did that do? Did we just pick up a bunch of squirrels? No. I'm so confused. Anyway. Oh, it removes the spawner? Oh, shoot. Dang it. Okay, well, that's okay. The spawner will come back because we're on a community lot, so that's okay. Gather mushrooms. Let's do that. But yeah, so this is heavily modded. So I have a mod called the Giving Tree. You've been around, yeah. I was like, your username's really familiar to me. But yeah, so the Giving Tree enables me to cut down trees for firewood. And then the stump that's left behind can actually be used as a chair. It's a prey animal spawner for pets. Oh. And Acer is back with peach tea. Oh, very nice. That sounds really good. Okay. Whoa, don't get struck by lightning, Icon, okay? That would not be good for your health. Oh, some serious lag. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to actually go for a little swim. You can get there, I promise. Because we're going to let you swim to improve your hygiene just a little. Because I think that would be good. Solving a squirrel infestation sounds like a great idea. It appears we have far too many of those spawners in the Sun and Moon basement. Look out for the squirrels. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in. Can you move out of the way, Richard? Thanks, that'd be great. OD, it's getting dark. It does, it just sounds like something that should be done. You know, like if you come across a squirrel infestation, you should probably get rid of it, right? Like, I don't know. Swimmable ponds with the water mud, isn't it? It's so nice. Oh, I can, don't be like that. Don't chicken out. Can I have you get in? Just by the pool ladder? Come on, dude. Ugh, I'm just gonna move some Sims. Sorry, y'all. I have no patience for routing right now. Like, no patience. Swimmable ponds. Yeah, this is actually a very involved building technique. Oh, well, he got in and then he got back out again. All right, well, dive in, please. Yeah, using a constrained floor elevation. I think you do need one piece of custom content, which is an invisible floor tile. There we go. Now he's gone for a swim. Good job, buddy. That's it. Swim around. So I have a little gameplay mechanic, a little rule that when they're swimming, I give them half hygiene. because they're cleaning themselves in the pond. So that's why I just dragged his hygiene up to half full. And I'm gonna have him get back out now. Just pretending that he, like, washed himself. You've looked at the code, but it scares you. I can imagine. Okay, so I didn't see any stray doggies on this lot either, which is quite unfortunate. That's alright though, we'll have him walk back home. He did collect a couple of goods that he can sell and trade at the market, so that's good. I don't know who needs mushrooms, but we have some. Hey EA Game Fan, how's it going? Welcome into the stream. Just came back from being AFK, no worries. I'm like, so often these days when I'm watching a stream, I'm AFK because I'm usually crocheting. So it's like, it's hard to chat and crochet at the same time. I'm okay too. I'm okay too. I'm 33 and a half weeks pregnant, so there's some fun that comes along with that, let me tell you. I am Ginger, yeah. I am. Also, I meant to say before, Danny, give little Theo a big cuddle and a kiss from me. Because I'm in this, like, phase right now. And I'm sure you can kind of relate. But, like, I am just so looking forward to meeting my baby boy. I'm so looking forward to it. I just can't wait for him to come out. And I was just laying in bed earlier and I was watching Star Trek. And he was just kicking. And just wobbling my belly. Since when? Since October, love. Last October, yeah. I announced that I was pregnant back in December. That was when I announced it. Have you had the wild animal spawners work? Not yet, but they take some time to kick in on community lots. But yeah, so I was just sitting there and he was just kicking. And he was just being cute, and he was just rolling around, and I could feel him just, you know, like, stretching and moving, and, like, just being a baby, you know. And I literally was just thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, I just cannot wait to meet this little boy. Like, I just want to play with him. I want to be able to tickle him. I want to be able to cuddle him. I want to be able to hold him. Thank you, guys. Yeah. But I'm just like, oh, I was just having this real, like... this real moment of just like, oh, you can't wait to be pregnant. Yeah, it's pretty wild, but it's pretty fun. So yeah, I was just like lying there, just like, I can't wait to meet you, baby. And then like, oh, that's okay, no worries. Yeah, no, here, look, I'll show you. This is 33 weeks pregnant, guys. Here he is. 6 more weeks to go. Yeah. So he's in there. Jeebus, I know. Yeah. That's one hell of a belly, isn't it? Hello, Jelly. Yeah. He's a good little munchkin. He just hangs out. Most of the day, he's pretty quiet. And then late at night, he starts partying. No, I was actually talking about that before, Blue Tendo, just at the start of my stream. But basically, we're a bit caught, my husband and I. Oh no, the cat's starving. Well, okay, let's spawn a bird. Can I force a bird to spawn? Using this? I want you to hunt a bird to eat. Feed a treat? Yeah, we had a long conversation about it at the start of the stream. Yeah, basically, my husband and I can't agree on a name, but we have a top 2, so we're getting closer. They spawn once every 24 hours. Okay. Best have 2 spawners set 12 hours apart. Good call, Joe. Good call. Come on, feed treat. I know, kitty, I'm sorry, baby. Gotta feed my hungry cat. So maybe when the bird spawns, we'll just take note of that. And then we will, we'll make sure to set another one 12 hours later. Let's feed him one more treat, and then let's play Toss in the Air. Well, right now I'm increasing his hunger by feeding him treats. So I just gave him 3 treats, and you can see that his hunger need is now this full. So he's going to be okay. Is there fire? No worries, Joe. Would you mind linking that in Discord for me? I'm not sure if it'd be compatible with my millions of other mods. Also, traits compatible version by Jelly Medusa. Oh, yeah. Would you mind linking that for me? I would love to have that. Sims 4 really hurt The Sims. Don't get me started. Ugh. The original's by Gummilot. Okay, yeah, well, I would need the traits compatible one, obviously, because we play with traits, but that would be really cool. So, while I was watching Dr. Gluon's stream today, I was getting so frustrated because he was like, why is this so hard? Why won't they, like, do what I want them? Oh, why is this so hard? You want me to get started? Because he's coming at The Sims 2 from this background of only ever having played The Sims 4, right? And The Sims 4's piss poor easy. It's so easy. Like, it doesn't matter what mood they're in. It doesn't matter, like... Oh, his streams are hilarious, and I love him very dearly. I love him, but I was like, stop trying to throw Sims 2 under the bus because you don't know how to play this game, Doc. He wasn't taking care of his Sims at all, right? In The Sims 2, you have to take care of your Sims. Otherwise, they will A, try to take care of themselves, and B, they're not going to do what you want them to do. So it's just sitting there and I'm like, ugh. Meanwhile, us using mods to make it way harder. Yeah, exactly. Yes, he does, Durfee. And he also uploads edited versions of his live streams to YouTube. But yeah, you can look at his Twitch channel and probably watch his VODs. Oh, does he have an archive YouTube channel? I think he does. Sorry, I misread your comment there. An archive channel. I think so, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, how you doing, you? You seem fine. Okay, let's head to bed for the night then. I guess. My husband? No, he doesn't stream. He needs ACR. He does. He does. Where? What? Oh, right, because she still has a job. So we just got paid another 182 simoleons because she's on maternity leave. Oh, brilliant. Not gonna say no to that. That's so nice. No, my husband would never stream. He's way too camera shy. Oh, dear. What are you doing out of bed? Oh, you're probably getting a baby bump increase, aren't you? Wait, no, you're not in labor. Oh my god, I didn't think it was baby time yet. It's the middle of the night and we live in a tent in a field. Medieval maternity leave. Such a good point, Rachel. Such a good point. Babby time! Oh god. We don't have the midwife here because I thought she was only second trimester. I thought we'd have one more day. Oh no, you guys. No worries, Radarina. We'll see you next time. Dr. Gluon VODs. Okay, there you go. Oh, jeez. Alright. This could end really badly. Where is the baby gonna stay? Yeah, in the grass. Oh, Lord. Oh, this could be an absolute disaster. Welcome back, Joe. She's gone into labor and we're about to have some babies. Grass, baby, grass, baby.
Oh.
And we've had twins.
Oh, je kaplonabana. Huh?
It's the middle of the night.
Ramlatige.
My IRL baby. Yeah, I'm just gonna put him in the backyard. Yeah, it's gonna be the middle of winter when he's born as well. So I feel like it'll be like a good way to get him used to being alive. Just keep him, like, put him in the backyard at night. Yeah, let's put him in the grass. It's all right. We like seeded the grass ourselves. Yeah, the stink cloud. Lying on the cold hard ground. Oh, oh dear. I'm not giving birth. No, only twins at least. Lord. Okay. We've got 2 baby girls. Stinky backyard baby. Yes, I do, Ginger. I do have quads mod. So, yep. Alright, 2 little girl names. Guys, hit me up in chat. Now, these guys are animal and nature lovers, okay? To give you some context. Animal and nature lovers. And they're also nuts. So, we could call one of them, like... I was gonna say, like... Meadow and River. Those are cute names. Bee sounds like bee. Florentina. Yeah, symmetrical. Totally Blue Tendo. Meadow and River's really cute. Do we have a river though? Oh, Birdie! I kind of love Birdie as well though. Flora and fauna. You had a sim called Birdie. I have her on Mod The Sims. The only thing about Birdie is I don't know how medieval that name is. Let's go with Meadow and River. I think a few of you guys in chat like that. So let's go with that for our babies. Oh, no. I also have death by childbirth. Oh, no! It has gone very badly. I will plead if one of you redeems get out of jail free. If none of you have the points to redeem get out of jail free, then our sim here is going to expire, which is really sad. So if any of you has... there we go from Joe. Okay. Let's plead for our loved one. Fairy godmother time. We haven't even rolled to see if the babies survive yet. Plead! Plead with the Reaper, dude! Please! I have nothing! I have nothing, oh Grim, look at me! Look at my life in this field! Look at my children! I have nothing! Alright, let's see if he gets it. Let's see if he gets it right. The cat's yowling as well. Ah, we got it right! Yes! Babies can't die, but we have ways of pretending that they die. Yay! We're okay! Doesn't the cat sometimes, like, save a sim from dying as well? Sometimes? Also, is there a bird over here yet? Because my cat's really hungry. Yeah. Okay, so now that Mum's alive, we've got to roll to see if the baby survived. He is rather fun. We do love Grunk. Why is my camera so light? Also, by the way, I'm just gonna like fiddle with my video here for a second. That'll do for now. I look really red now, but that's better than it was before. Okay, so now we've got to get our random dice roller up. Thank you, Blue Tento. I appreciate that. Pet saving in Sims is not a Sims 2 thing. Oh, is it a Sims 3 thing? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, no, that's fine. So, okay, so we are going to see if our babies survive their birth. Now, they have been born in the middle of the night in a field with no midwife present. These guys are yeoman class Sims, so they have a, what does that say, 25% chance that the babies do not survive. Okay, so the way we do this is we roll a number between 1 and 100, and if it is greater than 25, the babies survive. But if it's lower than 25, then the babies unfortunately die, and Grunk the Ogre will come to collect them. So, let's roll. Meadow is okay. We got a 68. All right, everybody. So Meadow has survived. Let's see if Little River survives as well. 99. Okay, these babies are well and truly alive. Which is a relief after almost losing Lyndall. Oh dear. These babies are well and truly alive. Okay, so now we just need to work out what we're doing with them. Now, thankfully, it's not winter. And what that means is we can kind of just have them out here in the field. And they'll be all right. Healthy field, babies. Can you imagine her husband being in the next room listening to her saying, let's roll to see if the baby survives? He would just, honestly, Blue Tendo, he would just be like, Sims. Yeah, he wouldn't even bat an eyelid at that. Okay, so we have this, like, really rough looking crib. So maybe we could start building like a little lean-to, kind of similar to what we did. Oh, do you roll for sickness? No, I don't, Joe. I should, but I don't. But yeah, maybe we could start building, I mean, Joe. I said Joe, sorry. Danny. I know who's talking to me. Sorry, yeah, I'm an idiot. But yeah, let's build a little lean-to, a little shelter maybe for these poor babies. It's not going to look great, but it's going to be something. I'm going to change it to daytime. Look at this. Oh, we can see. Monkeypox. You have 2 in Canada? Oh. Hendrik, I believe that may already exist. Weak constitution trait is maybe one that either already exists or it's being developed by Historical Sim. It was her idea. Oh, really? If they're yeoman class, why don't they have a house? Because they couldn't afford it. Jen, they couldn't afford it. The family couldn't afford it. These guys were originally living with the Highlands, and the Highlands didn't have a lot of money to give them when they moved out, so this is what they got. Okay, that's almost big enough. That's kind of fun. Poor family, yeah. Ooh, this is more what I was thinking. So they can just have a little, like, shelter. I wonder if they'll be able to interact with the cribs okay, with that just, like, sitting over them. I'm not sure. Here we go. Just a something for the babies. Right, now where did that bird spawner go? It's here. Peasant class? Yeah, no, you're probably right. They should be peasant class now, Rachel. Oh, okay. Sorry, Fireflower. Yeah, the weak constitution one is from Sun and Moon. There you go. I thought that was a thing. Okay, let's go ahead and cuddle the babies. Do you have an off-grid mod where you can place things anywhere? No, it's a cheat. So there's two different cheats. I'll show you the difference between them. So the one that you just said is snap objects to grid. So that one, I have a shortcut for it. So if I turn snapping off, it's literally like free placement absolutely anywhere. I don't tend to use that one as much as I use one called set quarter tile placement cheat true. So it's like, I think it has a bull prop. I can't remember, but it's set quarter tile placement cheat. Set quarter tile placement on, and then you press Control F to toggle it, and that gives me the grid is broken up into, like, you can see way more slots where I can place items. I pretty much, yeah, set quarter tile placement on. I pretty much never ever play anymore without quarter tile placement on because I have set my user startup cheat file to automatically turn it on. Yeah, it's a cheat that was introduced with Mansions and Gardens stuff pack, so if you don't have that stuff pack, you may not have access to that cheat. Just to point that out. I think they definitely should only have to pay peasant rent and taxes. Doesn't seem fair to charge them for yeoman when they're in this position. I agree. I agree, Rachel. Yeah, no, I'm with you there. For sure. Hey, kitty. Let's feed the cat another treat and give it a pat. Okay. Are you breastfeeding? Oh, I think you are. There's a bird! There's a bird floating in the air. Let's hunt. Cat, you can go and hunt. Okay, you can go back to bed. They are basically homeless. They should be downgraded to peasant. Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. Okay, the cat is apparently hunting this bird. It's flying in the air. We can spray the bird. Yeah, that's fair, Jitset. Test of time levels of homeless. Yep. Okay, well, let's put River back in her crib. And then we will get something to eat. Did you catch it, kitty? Did you catch that birdie? Get it. Wow. So this bird appeared at 2:42 a.m. So that means we should keep that spawner in there. Hey, it's me, Lindsay. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. She got it. She got the cat. She got the bird. Nice. No. He wants to fall in love with his wife. Does anyone know if there are other photo booth CC or mods? Was hoping for a different style, not just recolors. Ooh, do you know, I don't think I've ever seen any other types of photo booths. Danny? No. I've only ever seen, yeah, I think I've only ever seen recolors. Yeah, the married couple's not in love yet. That's correct. Okay, the sheep doesn't have water. Can you just get up real quick and fill the water trough? There's a cover by Frack. Frack does have a lot of really useful covers for stuff. Okay, back to bed. These poor Sims, they're gonna be up all night. First night home with the babies, no one gets any sleep. I'm pretty sure that's quite realistic. From my understanding. Okay, can we just come over here and feed Meadow? And then I promise eventually you're going to be able to get some sleep, Lyndall. Eventually. Okay, then we'll cuddle her when you're done. Put her back in her crib. You found the weak constitution trait? Don't know exactly how it works though. Neither do I. Oh, did you not actually sleep? I always forget you gotta actually tell the Sims to sleep once they're inside their tent. I always forget that. Oh dear, she's got a dirty diaper. Okay, has this baby had enough milkies yet? I don't yet, Jen. I don't yet have a tutorial on that. It is on my list of tutorials to make. You tried packaging one of your lots, but you must have done it wrong because it kept crashing in your test game. Oh. So was it one of the ones you were trying to clean the sim references from? Yeah, no, I will be making one. I will be making a tutorial on that. I promise. I just need to work out exactly what I'd say. When I make a tutorial, I really have to think about it for a while before I make it. Because I like to know what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know if that makes any sense. I like to have it like in my mind before I sit down to record it. Like pretty well established. Sims 2 is the best Sims game, my favorite. Me too. Me too. You always use my build tutorials? I'm glad. Welcome back, Joe. A bird appeared and the cat caught it. So the cat is now very satisfied from that, which is nice. Lyndall's had a rough night trying to breastfeed her new twins. I'm gonna get her up to eat. They're both exhausted. It's Friday. They both stink. So, so far, things are going about as well as I expected. Oh no, and this baby's screaming. Can we change her diaper, please? Cuddle her. Hi, Shala. How's it going? Good morning, my lovely. Happy Saturday morning to you. Need a script? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Danny, if you ever want to come back to content creation, just know that you would be welcomed with open arms, okay? I know it's probably like impossible for you right now, but I just wanted to say if you do ever decide to come back, people would not be like, oh my god, where have you been? Oh my god, we are so not interested in you anymore. Oh my god, you're so like last year's news. That's not true. That's all in your head. We would be like, Daddy! And we'd all be really excited, okay? Because that's what my head does to me. Do you need a lot of mods for this? Yep. You need, look, honestly, mods-wise, you probably don't need... It depends what you class as a mod, and it depends what you class as custom content. But you do need a lot of custom content, for sure. Alright, Icon, we're going to collect this sheep dung. Now, I don't know how long this ew's been pregnant for, but I'm going to... Hey, we had a lamb! Yay! I was about to say I might force it to give birth, because it's spring, so... They should give birth pretty quickly in the spring. Check it out, guys. We got a lamb. This is very exciting. So let's milk the ewe while we can, cause she's my Twitch anniversary is next month. You want to try to do something? Well, I would be there, Danny, unless I'm in labor, which is unlikely. I would be there. Can you really not milk that sheep? Is it interacting too closely to the fence? Okay, let me move it slightly. I want you to milk this ewe. Ariel, no. Go over here and sleep. Very, very good. Okay. I'm gonna let you get some more sleep. Are you sleeping? Yes, you are. Technically, mods are also CC, but we simmers divide them meaning-wise. We do. We do. I have so many mods for my game. You don't care. So if you want to set up a medieval play style, what I recommend doing is doing a completely separate mods and downloads folder, Lindsay. So you have like your modern stuff and then you have your medieval stuff and swap them out depending on what you're playing. I know. God. Yeah, Theo's 3 months. Oh my goodness. I don't know where the time goes. Oh, doggy. Oh no, see, you're not the dog. You're not the stray doggy I want to see. I want to see the Jack Russells. All right. Well, I'm gonna get my Sims up. Okay. So let's can we light this fire? I can, I think. Let's light this fire. We're gonna have some fun old sponge bathing by the fire. Let's chase off Felix. We don't want Felix here. You play Sims 2, 3, and 4. They are all heavily modded. Nice. I love a simmer who's not afraid of mods. How much would they need for a popper house? A couple thousand at least. Couple thousand. Okay, let's do some sponge bathing. So let's get some buckets of water out. Then you can each take a lovely sponge bath. You could write a whole paper on the Sims community lingo and the evolution thereof. Yeah. Yes, Icon is unstable, I think. Is it? Oh no, Lyndall is unstable. And Icon, they're both unstable. Yeah, so Icon is a unstable, green thumb, excitable, neurotic, and insane. And Lyndall is a night owl, unstable, animal handler, mooch, and eccentric. So this couple is quite... Let's have lamb shakes for dinner, Derpy. I just read that comment. We could sell the lamb to the butcher, but I think I would rather let the lamb age up, and then hopefully we can get more for it as it's fully grown. Hey, Paul. This is a sim self of my husband, guys. Me and my husband live in the neighborhood as Sims, and this is my hubby. This is pretty accurate to what he looks like when he was younger. He's kind of old now, so he's got some more wrinkles than that. All right, there we go. So you want to talk about hobby? Let's do that. Let's talk about nature. Gonna try to keep them in relatively good moods. And then you're going to romantic hug and kiss your lovely wife. They suit each other, they do. They do. And then we're going to have Icon probably go down to the well. Hey, don't you Q drop. Yeah, we're going to have Icon go down to the well to collect some more water so they don't run out of water. Hopefully we'll run into the Jack Russells. Don't know. And Lyndall's going to be here taking care of Bambinos 1 and 2. So she's going to eat. She needs to eat. That's what a new mother needs to do more than anything else. Eat, eat, eat. Just regular Fireflower. I didn't think I was allowed to play with Redacted. If I was, well. The lamb might wander off. Oh god, I hope not. I really hope not. Okay, I want you... Come over here and pee. Then you're heading out. Okay, you're going to get some leftovers. Also, let's put that bird spawner back out. What's what? What's what, Joe? I don't know what you're talking about. Should be getting... Oh, what Fire just said? Something that I had a hand in beta testing. She was asking if I was using the latest beta. But I am not. She is teasing us. Fire has her fingers in so many pies. You gotta get those prickly things to bend to your wheel first. You'll get there. Okay, how's the cat? The cat's okay. It's getting a little hungry. I would love for another bird to spawn, but it doesn't look like we're gonna have much luck with that. Okay, Icon, my love, you are heading out again. Yep. So you're going to go ahead, walk to Lot Community Lot. Let's just take him back to the woods. He actually lives way closer to the woods than he does to the well. So he can collect water from the woods, and he can also get some more, like, forageables from the woods, so I think I'll just send him there. You are also confused? Fire's a very exciting person. They have babies! Yes, Charlotte, they do. They had twin girls named Meadow and River. Yo, how's it going, Alex? How are you? She did die. Yes, she also dropped dead after giving birth to them, so that was rather dramatic. But she's okay now. There's a stray. Who's here? Who's here destroying my rocks? Fuzzball, another cat. I want stray dogs. Ugh. So annoying. Harvest blueberries as a snack. Fuzzball, can you not destroy the rocks, please? Really? Which modder did that? Is that, what's his name? Oh my god, I'm blanking. Arnie. Yes, Arnie's the one I was trying to think of. Wow. Yeah, the one who made the farm mod. Wow. That's impressive. That guy has some serious modding talents. Clearly. Alright, let's collect some branches. There's an unsavory Charlotte in here, but we're going to do our best to ignore him. Your annoying neighbor has finally moved out. Hooray! That's excellent news. Walking around a city. Unbelievable. How is it that modders just do all this and the Sims team's like, nah. Nah. We'd rather not. Nah. It's not possible. Oh dear. Also, Blue Tendo, I meant to reply before. This was like half an hour ago. When you were saying that you want me to let loose on The Sims 4. And then you were also saying that you've given up on it and you can't wait for The Sims 5. That's pretty much where I'm at. But I'm a little different. I've pretty much just given up on EA. I don't think they're going to really ever give us the life simulation game that we want. I think, yeah, I don't want The Sims 5 at all, yeah. I'm kind of with Danny. I think it's going to be absolute rubbish. And I'm kind of just more waiting on, hoping and praying for... Wait, is that one of the Jack Russells? Oh, it is! It is! Oh my gosh, it's Rocky! It's Rocky the Jack Russell! Sorry, I'm really excited. This is a Jack Russell that I made based on my doggo. But yeah, I don't think The Sims 5 is going to be any good. So I'm more waiting for other games to come out. Hey! Thanks, Joe. Error resolved. Another one showed up. Lol, this is progress for programmers. Yay, Fire! But yeah, no, so I am waiting for Paralives, obviously, but not only Paralives. I want to see more competing video games from a whole variety of other video game studios. We were talking about this a little bit on Kristen's Discord recently, but I want to see Colossal Order or Paradox do a life sim game. They were the guys who did City Skylines. Oh, we're really hungry. Okay, while you're playing with the dog, I'm just going to have a little snack. Oopsie. Sorry for the camera. I also want to see 2 Point, Team 2 Point. I want to see them do a full life simulation. So 2 Point have done 2 Point Hospital. And they're also now releasing 2 Point Campus in August, which looks absolutely amazing. Simbeth also needs a Jack Russell. I know. Yes, no, absolutely, Blue Tendo. Absolutely. I was so excited for Sims 4. No worries, Danny. Yeah, I was so excited for Sims 4 when it was coming out. I was like, I was cautious. I was like, I was not sure it was going to be good, but I was excited. Yeah, 2 Point Campus. 2 Point Campus. And it looks like it's going to be so much fun. You pre-ordered Sims 4, you didn't even get a booklet? Oh, fire. I'm so sorry. Yeah, when it came out that they didn't have toddlers, that was when I knew that it was like, oh no. And then, you know, for the first couple years of the Sims 4 life, I still had some hope, and I was still buying the packs, and I was still, you know, I was trying to get excited about stuff. I was like, you know, they would release updates, and the updates would be really good. And I would think, like, when they did finally release toddlers, I was like, these toddlers are amazing. They're the best toddlers we've ever had, you know? And so then I would, like, for a while I was going through that limbo, that up and down, that yo-yoing of, like, thinking maybe this will be a good pack, and then being disappointed by it. But yeah, the first time I played The Sims 4, I will never forget, because I could not believe how much classic Sims stuff that they had cut out of the game. So Fireflower just made the point, they didn't have toddlers, they also didn't have pools, and they also didn't have ghosts. So, like, when you think of The Sims, when people who have played The Sims, people who haven't played The Sims think of The Sims, what you think of are, like, classic, like, memes, you know, like Sims memes. And one of the most quintessential classic Sims memes is, write it in chat, because I know you know what I'm talking about. Put a Sim in the pool, remove the pool ladder, and watch them drown. Right? Because that's like, it's classic. It's classic! It's Sims! It's what you do! It's part of the messed up wackiness that is The Sims. And then they went ahead and released a game where you couldn't do that. And I was like, are you joking? Like, they released a game that didn't have core stuff that The Sims 1 had. The Sims freaking 1 had ghosts and terrain tools. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? For me, I think we have reached an age where our PCs are strong enough for open world. I would like a GTA kind of theme, being able to drive through the city, visit restaurants, stores, jobs, or even other apartments. It can be done. It can be done. Yeah, it can. Welcome back, Danny. I'm shitting all over The Sims 4. Sorry for my language. I'm expressing my frustration at The Sims 4 because that's what I do. So yeah, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that they released a game with so much, like, so much stuff gone. I was just like, how did they get away with this? You would like it to be like Skyrim, open world but areas you load. Yeah, Joe, I think that's a very popular opinion and a popular, like, meeting halfway between, like, The Sims 3 and The Sims 4, because The Sims 4 has those nice little neighborhoods, and if those neighborhoods were open, no worries, that'd be fine, you know, but they have the closed little neighborhoods that no one really likes. Can't believe Sims 4 is going to be 8, I know, right? Exactly, Fire. We're working on it. But The Sims 2 is not open world. I don't want to diss Sims 1, the holy grail of Sims games. Yeah. Yeah. But do you guys know what I mean? Like, do you know what I'm talking about with, like, they literally, like, just cut so much, like, classic stuff from the game? which was just unbelievable to me. Just unbelievable to me. I just could not get over this. I was like, how could you do that? Like, oh. Sims 1 had dark humor, Sims 4 gives me secondhand social anxiety. Yeah. Hey, Kate. We are discussing Sims 4. We're discussing why we don't like it. The Sims 4 animations annoy me. Being less broken than Sims 4 is a low bar. That's a good call. Can you stop barking at me, Rocky? We're trying to make friends, buddy. Sorry, so right now I'm trying to make friends with Rocky Stray because we want to adopt him. That's what we're doing. Sims 3 is so broken, most modern PC gaming rigs can explode. Yep. Isn't that interesting, Kate? Yeah, there you go. Simulation lag is worse than regular lag. Yeah. I get annoyed when people, yeah, look at Sims 2 cooking. Yeah. Sharla, I feel your pain. Oh, I'm gonna delete Stuart. That I was recently also trying to play The Sims 3 on low settings after applying every fix online that I could find, and it was still a laggy beast. Yeah. Sims 3 smooth patch helps a bit. It does help a bit, but not much. Okay, how are we going? Can we... Oh, we can rub belly now. We're getting somewhere. Stop howling, Rocky. You've been there too? Yeah. But anyway. I get annoyed with when people do kind of like, you know, complain about things in The Sims 2, like, you know, oh, the build mode's really not very good, is it? It's like... Everyone now looks at Sims 2, you know, if they come to it for the first time from having played The Sims 4, it's like, you're looking at it backwards. Like, you need to look at The Sims 2 as an upgrade from The Sims 1. And when you look at Sims 2 as an upgrade from Sims 1, it's like, whoa. Everyone needs to go and watch my Sims 1 series on YouTube or go and play The Sims 1 themselves, because that game is hard. And it's not very flexible. There's not much you can do with it. It's hard, and it's, yeah. Link to YouTube? Yeah, absolutely. Just type in ! YouTube in chat, and you'll find lots of content on there. Sims 1 is insane. It's so hard. I keep laughing every time that Dr. Gluon says that he wants to play The Sims 1, I literally laugh my head off because he would not be able to do it. You remember James dying? Trying to play a celeb? Yeah. You used to play Sims Online. Nice. Okay, how are we doing? We're still alive. We've left our poor wife at home for literally hours and hours and hours and hours. But you know, we're doing important things. We're trying to adopt Rocky. Best Sims 1 series is gold. Thank you, Sharla. I'm so glad, Desi. Good job. He has no idea how hard that game is. Nah. Well, it's funny because he used to play it. So Doc went from The Sims 1 straight to The Sims 4, essentially. But yeah, he would die. He would die. His Sims are gonna die. Like, 100%. Okay, we got 42/7. We're so close. Give love, rub belly, give love, feed treat, give love, stroke. I'm determined to get this dog adopted. Stat. We're gonna do it. It's not too late for Doc. Should I send him my Sims 1 download? I was like gonna offer, and then I'm like, is that really dodgy? It's just like a download from like oldgames.com or something. Yeah, he never played 2 or 3. I don't know, maybe I'll message him and offer. I'll message him and offer. I'll just be like, look, this is a downloaded copy of The Sims 1. if you want it. He is playing 2 now, yeah. But he was getting so frustrated with it today, and it was because he wasn't playing it properly. Okay, stroke, rebelly. Come on, Icon. I know you're hungry. I know it's late. I know it's 10 p.m. in the woods, and you've been here all day. Yes! Oh my gosh, it's time, you guys. We're going to adopt Rocky. We're going to adopt Rocky the Stray. This is so exciting. He expects him to act like Sims 4 Sims, yeah. Rocky has grown quite fond of Icon. Would you like to adopt Rocky? Yes. Yay! All right, now we're starving hungry and it's 10 o'clock. So let's go home. He doesn't check chat enough. He does, yeah, it is hard for him. Because like, A, his Sims 2 window is so small, and B, like, thank you for the claps. B, I think, like, for Doc, reading takes a bit longer. Like, I see, when he does actually notice my chats, he will often, like, misread them. And I'm kind of like, yeah. And he keeps missing the notifications as well. Like, we all keep getting mad at him for doing. So I think it is a struggle for him to, like, read something really quickly. Yeah, about 1,000 on average. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't want to, like, poo-poo all over him and be like, he's not playing it right, but it's like, at the same time, he's not playing it right. You've been watching election stuff? No worries. Wild chat, yeah. Doc is great. Yeah, no, he's fantastic. He's so funny. He's so funny. Alright, and he has such a good, yeah, he's got such a good attitude and such a good sense of humor. Did you just bark at me? Oh, praise for playfulness. What a cutie. What a cutie. Like the roaches, you knew they would be trouble, I know. Watch a chat and also play a game, yeah. You nearly pissed yourself laughing watching the video of the Woohoo stream. Yep. Things in Sims 2 do have more consequence. Yes, they do. Carpool? No, we're not going to work. Lol. We are so not going to work. Okay, we've got a crying baby. We should probably come over here and pay some attention to our bubbas. They're probably both hungry. Let's go ahead and do some feeding. And Rocky's just gonna hang out. Now we're gonna need some infrastructure for the dogs as well. No, Rocky, no. Oh God, no, stop, sorry. Stop, no. Let's just put River down for a sec. Rocky, no. No, don't destroy my crib. Don't destroy my crib. No. You cannot destroy my crib. Bad doggy, no. Okay, now let's finish feeding River. Why does she have a job? She has a job. She had a job when she was part of the boarding house, the ladies' boarding house, and she kept it. Now he's digging a hole. Well, alright. Have any more birds spawned? Doesn't look like it. So you said they should spawn every 24 hours, right? Alright, let's put River in. We're not going to work, lady. We have twin babies. Seriously. Let's change Meadow's diaper. No worries, Jitset. We can't stop him from digging a hole right now while the babies are screaming. He's just gonna be digging a hole. I am a dog and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. You use the duck. Oh, okay. Fire, are you in chat, love? Still? How long do the bird spawners take to spawn a bird? Let's feed this baby. I hear you crying, River, but I can't pay you attention right now. Okay, I'm sorry. I know, yeah, the horse is here to collect her for work. This is her very medieval carpool, you see. I hear you, baby. I promise I'll be right with you. Now he's rolling in the... This is so funny. You're in chat. Awesome. How long do the bird spawners take to spawn birds? Like, how frequently do they spawn birds? We got one at like 2 AM and I haven't seen one since, and I have 2 spawners on my lot. These things. You think you made it tunable? So right now I have the black bird spawner and the brown bird spawner on my lot. The new game Arnie will make. I know, I heard he's going into creating his own little video game, which is very exciting. The Sims has never had competition up till now. Yeah. You haven't updated yet? Okay. Yeah, do you happen to know how long it takes them to spawn? They're on the waiting list. Okay. Yeah, do you happen to know at all how long it takes them to spawn a bird, or have you got no idea? If you got no idea, that's fine. Also, luckily we have all these bones. So Rocky, you can come and like chew a bone. Okay, can we please change this poor baby's diaper? Oh my goodness. Dirty diaper on the ground, yeah. Well, they don't have a change table, do they? Paralyzed and name of Arnie's game. Yep. Thank you, Fire. Appreciate it. Compost. Okay, in you go, baby. This doesn't fulfill Rocky's hunger, does it? Chewing on a bone? It totally should. Can I make that a rule that if we have a dog chew on a bone, it fulfills their hunger? Or is that cheating? Dogs eat bones, y'all. Hi, Lord Donny. Lord Donald Farquaad coming down to check on the newest peasant family in town. Hey, you want to give us some money at all, Donny? Want to give us a tax break? Cause we got no money. We got nothing. Think there's a CC bone that increases hunger. Hunger is a psychological construct for dogs. So true. It's untitled at the moment, but I implore you to check out it on YouTube. Yeah, I'll have to have a look. Okay, what are you doing right now? Oh yeah, you were using the toilet. Okay, let's go ahead and serve some dinner. Let's do some champ. I don't think it's cheaty, it's realistic. Just gonna boop up his hunger. I do have like the wild pet food mods. I don't know if you guys know the mods I'm talking about, but it's like the Al Natural pet food. So I could buy an old bone treat from the catalog. Maybe that's what I'll do. Oh, for sure, Blue Tendo. Yeah, if it's multiplayer. Yeah, maybe I'll trade in like all of these bones that they have, which are worth 55 simoleons. Okay. For these types of bones instead. Be fine. I had a sudden urge to do Sims 2 Medieval, so getting my fix watching you before committing hours to default replacing. Days, Danny. Yeah, days. No, don't do that. You missed that set? Oh, you're okay, no worries. Rocky, don't be filthy. No, Rocky, no. I have my hands full. I can't constantly watch you and make sure you're not getting up to no good. This is so much like my actual dog, Rocky. Can't find it in your regular download folder? The pet food spawners? Yeah, his head tilt. Isn't he cute? I don't know what set these are from, but I think it's from the Al Natural pet food ones. I could buy a rat for the cat and pretend that the cat found a rat. Let's just do that. Can I? Cat, come here. Where is this rat? It's so dark. Alright, nibble at the rat, buddy. Yeah, they're from Al Natural. Be right back making coffee, no worries. Oh, it's so much fun. Yeah, if you ever want to get started with it, I suggest that the first place you go to is Hat Plays Sims. Because they have like master lists and master posts of default replacements. And I think default replacements are probably a good place to start. I know, honey, I know. Okay, let's put away the leftovers. Then let's try to clean up a bit. Oh, really? Well, you know, Fire. It's fine. And yeah, for anyone who doesn't know of Sun and Moon Star Factory, you need to check that out. You need to check that out. That has all of the gameplay mods that you can ever want. And one of the main coders behind those mods is Fireflower Sims, who is in my chat. And that is why we worship and adore and praise Fire for being amazing. We love Fire. Okay, let's play Razzle. Come on, play with the dog. Don't get you started. Sorry. Play with the dog. It'll make you feel better. She's being mean to the dog. Why? Because she's in such a bad mood. Oh. Okay. You know what? Just go to bed. Maybe when your husband comes home, you can have a cheeky woohoo. And then you'll feel much better about your life. Bows down several times. I know, like... we bow down. You have saved our lives. We are eternally grateful. Screams and behaves. Alright, he should be... Yeah, he's gonna be home soon. He's gonna be home in... Rocky, stop knocking over the trash! Go and chew this. Oh my god. I get it. Of course you're vomiting from eating the trash. Alright, let's get some leftovers. Okay, let's eat some stew. So yeah, there's still, from what I can see, which admittedly is not much, we still haven't had any more birds spawn. Okay, that's right. Cat, how you doing? Okay, well the animals are still alive. So, you know, that's a good thing. I think we got paid again. No worries at all, Charlotte. I hope you have a wonderful day at work. And we'll see you at next stream. Yes, very much, Jitset. Very, very, very much. Game Rocky is a lot like my real Rocky. If you guys want, I can show you a picture of IRL Rocky and show you who I mean. Oh no, Rachel! Bummer! What happened? Crash or... The sheep? Yeah, the sheep are okay. So the sheep, what they do is pretty much they just sit around all day. But they all they need is a trough of water and some of this grass, this grazing grass to eat. And then they're honestly pretty happy. So as long as they've got water and some type of food, they'll be okay. Oh, it crashed saving. No, that's the worst type of crash. Oh. Okay, I just tried using LD Sims 2 launcher, but my game kept crashing. You're so not tech savvy. You feel like an old mum. Oh, babe. Did you just use the auto installer for it? So, okay, tips on LD's launcher. So it's important to remember that it gives you a new... Yeah, okay. So it give you a new sims2.exe file. Let me show you. Let me show you a couple of things. Okay, so You know how your Sims 2 game is installed in program files, Origin if you have Ultimate Collection, Fun with Pets, SP9, TSBin, right? This is where the game actually launches from. 36 hours. Okay, Fire, we'll have to get a couple more of those spawners on the lot then. Yeah, so Sims 2 RPC gives you a brand new .exe file that the game spawns from. So you can see here, I've got like the original .exe, and then I've got the rpc.exe. Okay, so because it's a new .exe file, you need to reapply any fixes that you have done to this new .exe, okay? So reapply the 4 gig patch. It should do it automatically, but it might not have. Reapply any like NVIDIA settings that you've set to include this new .exe as well. And as Joe said, double check your RPC settings. No worries, Fireflower, thank you. And turn down your lot imposters, because they can cause a bit of crashing. Yeah, it might be good to use Graphics Rules Maker to just, you know, just resave the settings. Otherwise, yeah, just check your settings for RPC. I don't know if I can open this while the game's running. I better not. I better not, just in case. Hey, Lozzie, how's it going? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good evening so far. You couldn't get the LD launcher to work at first due to my hypersensitive antivirus. Oh no, but it worked out in the end. Well, I'm glad it worked out in the end. That's good. How you doing, Rocky? You just chilling. Oh, really, Lord Crumbs? You had to get a cracked exe and rename it to Sims 2 rpc.exe to get mine to work? Gosh. Do you, Lord Crumbs, do you have the Ultimate Collection or like from Origin, or did you have like a downloaded version of it? Oh, Rocky, stop knocking over the trash can. No. Rocky, please. Roll in the puddle. That should improve your hygiene. There you go. Oops, no. Lick. You have EA's Origin Ultimate, really? And you couldn't get it to work. Dang. I never had that much trouble with LD's launcher, to be honest. I must have got lucky. It's okay, your arthritis is a touch sore, but going to try a bit more Fall Guys, just in case we all verse Doc for Glucon. Oh, count me out of Fall Guys. Fall Guys gives me such bad anxiety. I don't know why, but I could barely watch. I'm just like, I'm so anxious. Yeah, how weird's that, Alex? Maybe you can help Danny out a bit with her crashing issues then. Like if she can't get it to work, maybe maybe you could share that exe in my Discord so Danny can try it. I don't know. Okay. How are we doing? Is it morning? It is morning. Rise and shine and give the cat a pat. Okay. So we've got stinky babies over here. So let's come over and change some diapers. But it's funny though, because I used to love playing like Mafia and Werewolf. But Fall Guys, man, that just stresses me out. Let's play with Meadow. Bad Chrome half to go back to the shadows. What's Homecrafter doing? Why are you using Homecrafter? Or did you accidentally open Homecrafter when you didn't mean to? Which can be quite painful because it can take ages to open and close. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Lord Crump. So yeah, Danny, if you can't get that, you accidentally opened it, yeah. Danny, if you can't get RPC launching, Lord Crumps might be able to help you out with a different EXE to try. That's why you have Task Manager? Yep. Okay, let's put River back in her crib. Alright, everybody's up for the day. So today is Saturday, which means it's market day, which means we're going to try to make some money today. And I think I'm going to have the lamb grow up. It's been a lamb for a few sim days, which means technically in my age system, it's been a lamb for like 2 years. So, I'm probably gonna age up the lamb and let us sell it. Unless it turns out to be a ram, in which case I will keep it. Because that would be more helpful. Okay, you're feeding the babies. Good job, Lyndall. Oh no! Baby nails are too long. Yeah, I was watching a video the other day and they said, a good tip is to get a baby nail file as well, rather than baby nail clippers, because it's really hard to clip their nails. So you just get like a really soft like nail file and just like file down the nails. Can they milk the ewe? Yes, they should be able to. I'll have Icon. Oh, they're out of food as well. Oh, that's not good. I'll have Icon come in here and milk the ewe. In a minute, and we'll force the lamb to grow up, see if we get a boy or a girl. Oh, good. Okay, put Meadow back in the crib, please. I think that's Meadow, yes. Alright, let's try cleaning up some of these diapers. Oh, gosh. Look at these poor babies in this lean-to with their stinky diapers just on the floor right in front. And their mother's on the verge of a mental breakdown. They got trash everywhere because the dog keeps knocking over the trash can. This is great. Okay, you know what? You can clean up those. Actually. And you can come over here. No, leave the baby. Leave the baby for a minute. Come over here and eat something. And then you can feed the other baby. Across the street, from our 5 acres, the neighbors have hobby sheep, and some of them were watching your dad as he's rebuilding a front fence. Cute! You used a super fine glass file on my baby's nails, because my first one would really scratch herself up. Yeah, poor things. Okay, so yeah, let's force grow up. And we'll see. Hopefully it's a boy. If not, we're gonna just sell it, obviously. Rocky, what are you growling at? Don't be growly. Don't be a growly boy. Eat. Try for Babby, Lord Crumps. Why you be like this? But okay. I will do that for you. This family's barely surviving, but I will do this for you. Glass files are the best. Hey, Sandy, good morning. How's it going? Welcome into chat. Welcome into the Ford/Highland household where... Oh my god, it's a ram and it's super duper fluffy. Okay, well, we got really lucky then. Because we got a ram to replace our other one that ran away. Hopefully this one does not run away. Let's go ahead and get him some... We'll get them both some more food, because it looks like they're actually out of their grazing grass, which is not ideal. There we go. And, the only bad thing about that is it means we're not going to sell him, which means we're going to be waiting on getting some more babies. Samstan, hey, how's it going? I'm so glad to see you. Welcome to The Sims 2 a la Medieval. We are currently playing one of the poorest... The cat's hunting a bird. Good kitty. One of the poorest families in our medieval neighborhood. They are living out here in a field, in a Dawn of Man tent. And yeah, they're really struggling with their lives. It ran away. Wait, let me actually play my soundbite. Hang on. That's for you, Shady. Keeps minimizing when you swap windows? That's weird. I'm doing okay, thank you, yeah. It's been a busy day. Alright, now do you have any more water? Because we need water for the sheep. You do, thank goodness. Okay, let's fill the water trough. And then you're gonna sponge bathe, and then you're gonna head out and sell whatever we can sell. Okay, so come here, take a sponge bath. No, Danny, I think you'd probably have to restart. Okay. How you doing, Mama? Let's give River a cuddle. Put her back in her crib. Look, the cat caught another bird. Oh, and now the dog's eating it. Okay, well, can you... No, the dog ate the bird and then the cat's still hungry. Dang it. Oh, man. Alright, Lyndall, come over here. We've got to give the cat some treats. Give love, feed treat. Give love, feed treat. There we go. Okay, how are you doing? Alright, you're actually doing pretty good, Icon. Okay, let's head to market. We've got to go and try to sell some stuff. To make some money. So we can eventually afford some type of, It says borderless. Oh. Weird. But yeah, so we can eventually have some type of a shelter. Let's head to the weekly market. Oh no, wrong sim, wrong sim, wrong sim, wrong sim. I hate when that happens. Give love. Feed treat, sorry. This sim, you. Not jump rope. You're adding logs to the fire? Okay, that's fine. Walk to up, communal up. The markets, let's go. It's the GMND, what? The GMND is giving you problems. This looks pretty fun. I can never seem to know what I'm doing when playing The Sims, though. Well, this is like... Oh, that's weird, Danny. This is heavily modded Sims. So this might be a little confusing because we're playing in a very different way to what you might have tried to play before or seen before. But, basically, yeah, we're doing a challenge. It's called the Medieval Charter Challenge. And we're trying to establish a thriving little medieval town with its very own, like, economy and all the Sims, like, have different trades that they do. Oh, wait, is this hay for sale? Oh, we should buy some of this in case we need it for the sheep. Yeah, we should buy some of this. So, yeah, and they all sort of barter and trade goods in the town, and yeah. Oh, no worries, Fire. Go and get yourself something yummy. Some chocolate or something, or a muffin, I don't know. Bye, it was so good having you here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Come back, Edward. So right now, Samstan, this is the weekly market. So it's owned by this guy. Oh, okay, he's trying to check that dude out. And he will buy stuff from the Sims around the neighborhood and then like resell it at his market. So that's how that kind of works. Okay, can we please sell this guy some stuff? So we have... Okay, so we have, like, mushrooms and milk. Ooh. How much does fresh sheep's milk sell for? 25. Okay, so we're going to be able to make a little bit of money. How much does this sell for? 15. Okay. So we could do like 15, 30, 60, 90, 120 for the mushrooms, or like 100 for the mushrooms. And then an extra 50 for the milk. So maybe about 150 simoleons worth of goods that we could sell to Edward. How far am I? Like through the challenge? Not very. We've still got a long way to go. We can only do 128. That's annoying. Okay, well let's go up to 192 and let's see if we can like. Yeah, we're level 2 of 5. Wait, what? Did you just refuse to buy from me? Please, please buy my stuff. Oh no! Edward's gone broke. Edward's got no money left. Hey, Cracked Kyber. These mods look like a lot of fun, no worries. Also, Rachel, enjoy your nap. I hope the camps go well for you. Kill him! I know, me either. The bathhouse is gonna be really fun. Oh, I can't believe you won't buy my stuff, dude. Is it because you're poor? Or is it because you just don't like us? Okay, so what we could do is we could... I could boost his family funds a bit. So I will go family funds where plus 200. So now he should have 200 extra simoleons, so he can definitely afford to buy stuff from us. And then I'll just write myself a note to minus 200 from Edward. You love medieval games? It's really fun. Okay, now he's willing to buy. So he must have actually not had any money. Poor guy. Okay, so let's do all the mushrooms that we have. Would you like some sheep dung as well, sir? Got some fresh sheep dung here. Can be turned into valuable fertilizer. Let's also sell him some berries. And let's sell him some piles of twigs. There we go. Yeah, no, this is a lot of fun. We actually also have a lot of conversions from Skyrim in here as well. For my Sims to enjoy. Okay, so we just made another 190... Oh, I'm still on the wrong screen, sorry. We just made another 192 simoleons, so I'm going to write that in the spreadsheet. You guys shouldn't have been able to see that, sorry, but that's my spreadsheet. How much stuff did you have to set up for this? Quite a lot. Lamau sheep dung. Yeah, I mean, sheep dung can be turned into fertilizer, like, legitimately, which is a useful thing for the Sims in the neighborhood, so it actually does have value, believe it or not. Let's go to the well and pick up some wood, some water on our way home. What is your favorite Sims game? The Sims 2. Hands down. Is this Sims 2 medieval? This is The Sims 2 with medieval custom content, as Joe has just said into the chat. A bit more goal-oriented. You might be thinking of Sims 3. Or you might be thinking of The Sims Medieval. But yes, my favorite Sims game is this one. The Sims 2. It's the best one. It's the most fun. It's the most flexible. It's the most, it's actually the most sandbox Sims game there is. You can do anything with this game. And that's why it's the best. Okay, we've got some buckets of water. Excellent. So we'll be able to keep our sheep hydrated. Maybe even clean ourselves once or twice, which would be good. Let's go ahead and, should we walk home? Yeah, let's walk back home. Yeah, you can make The Sims 2 goal-oriented if you want. Like, we've kind of made it goal-oriented by playing a certain challenge, the Medieval Charter Challenge. If you're interested in the rules for the Medieval Charter Challenge, you can type !MCC and have a look at, like, yeah, have a look at what our rules are and what we're trying to accomplish, basically. Or you can also take a look at my amazing spreadsheet, which is pretty sick. All right, how are you feeling, my darling? Not great. Hey, you have a bucket of water. Oh, you can wash yourself. That's gonna cheer you up. Let's have a sponge bath. Are we playing another family? Probably not tonight. You want to save the try for baby? If you would want, if you want me to not have this family try for baby, which I would appreciate, I can refund you your points, Alex, if you like. Do you want me to refund you, or do you want me to have these Sims try for a baby? Is Sims Medieval official one? So yes, there was an official EA title called The Sims Medieval, which was based on The Sims 3. So it was a standalone game based on a Sims 3 spin-off. Blue Tendo has redeemed Let's Woohoo! Well, they run a risk of getting pregnant with a regular woohoo anyway, so, great. You'll flip a coin? The coin has spoken? Refund time. Okay, I'll refund you. Give me 2 seconds. They might get pregnant anyway, because Blue Tendo wants them to redeem, wants them to woohoo, so, you know. Okay, so I will... Oops, I accidentally just refunded someone for a clap, my bad. Alright, that has been refunded. And the rest I will complete. There we go. I think what you mean, Blue Tendo, is this. Alright, you need to have some fun. Let's play with the cat. Toss a cat in the air. Finger wiggle. When hubby comes home, we can woohoo for fun. That's even better. When am I playing next with my sim? Not for quite a while, Lord Crumps, because my sim was our last stream, so we have to go through the whole neighborhood before we circle back to my sim selves. Excellent. Rocky's just over here just continuing to be absolutely filthy. That's alright. And the cat's okay for now, as we're playing with it. Okay, let's, can we scold Rocky for licking filthy puddles, please? We actually have a second to scold him for being filthy, so let's do that. Don't lick the filthy puddles, boy. And then let's come over here and clean all this up. Hydrate, thank you so much. Appreciate. Yes, you. I want you to clean this mess up. Hey, Suniva, my old friend from the ladies' boarding house. How's it going? Would you like to give me some money? They always seem to have rubbish beside the bin. Yeah, they do, because the dog keeps knocking over the trash can. This trash can default replacement, it doesn't have a mesh for when it's on its side. So you can't actually tell when it's been knocked over. But yeah, the dog keeps knocking it over to play in the trash, is what keeps happening. Oh, okay. Yay, Daddy's home. And one of the babies is crying. Why are you crying, River? Let's go ahead and cuddle her. Okay, let's also fill in these filthy holes. I nearly shut my door because Amanda is sleeping and your border collie pushed open the door, tooted like a trumpet and left. Fart like a trumpet. Your border collie has been listening to too much Dr. Gluon. That's hilarious. Oh, all the babies are crying. Excellent. Let's give them some snuggles. Let's play with them. Okay, you babies need to be quiet for a minute so Mummy and Daddy can go and woohoo. Alright? Let's put River in the crib. Alright, everybody into the tent. Wait, can we do an ACR woohoo using the tent? I'm not sure if that actually works. If I go casual... No, I don't think we can. Okay. No worries, Jen. Enjoy your birthday. And thank you so much for hanging out with us for a while. Mom and Dad need to get it on. Yes, they do. Oh my gosh, the baby's still crying. Just a minute, baby. Just need to do this for reasons. They really like to rock and roll in those tents. Okay. No sleeping. Sleepers for the week. Up we get. We've got crying babies. Got diapers to change and mouths to feed. I'm sorry, guys. No sleeping for you. Oh my. Yep. They really move and shake. Are you begging for food from my plate, Rocky boy? Oh, the carpool's here again? Yeah, we're gonna ignore that once again. Cuddle Meadow. Put her back in her crib. There you go. River, I hear you crying, but I don't know why you're crying. What's the matter? Are you hungry? You're probably hungry. Weak sleepers. Okay, let's go ahead and hold River. Let's try giving her some milkies and see if that... Oh no, she's got a dirty diaper. Okay, that's what the problem is. Wagon pool. Horse pool. Okay, cuddle River. Put her back in her crib. And then you can come and eat as well. And won't that be glorious? Okay, now I can... I'm gonna have you dig a hole. Because I want to see if we can find some water to turn into a well. Because if we can, that's really going to help us out with the sheep. So I'm going to let him dig a couple of times. Until his needs tank too much. And hopefully, we'll strike his water spring. If we get very lucky. Okay, so this is attempt number 1. What do we get? A robot of some description. Right, sure. Let's try digging again. How are the animals? They're a little hungry, but they're okay. Alright, that's fine. Might actually grab just one more of the bird spawners. Oh no, I can't see. Which should be over here somewhere. Yeah, here they are. There we go, just to keep the animals fed. Rainwater, yeah. No, Rocky! Ah! He's destroying the cribs again. Skull, no, Rocky, no, you cannot do this to me. You cannot do this to me. Okay, that time we found a bone. Okay, so we're gonna dig one more time. You hate troubleshooting. Oh, isn't it just the worst, Danny? Okay, I know you're really stinky. It is raining, which means I'm gonna put down a water puddle that Rocky can bathe in. There you go. Go ahead and take a bath, you smelly dog. Can you collect rainwater? If they have a water collector, they kind of can. But otherwise, no, not really. Sometimes I pretend that they've collected rainwater, but it's not really a gameplay mechanic. You really want to have some more grilled cheese. Okay, no worries. You know what? Serve some more grilled cheese. There you go, buddy. Okay, Rocky's cleaning himself up. Good boy. Okay, can you come over here? Can you talk more with your husband? Do a little romantic hug and then play some Red Hands. So I have a mod, basically Sam Stan, one of the mods that I use for this medieval series, makes it so that the Sims need to have buckets of water in their inventory to use plumbing. And you can put in some like water collectors that kind of look like they're collecting water, but the actual rain doesn't make any difference at all to how full the water collectors are. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's still a cool mod. Yay, Red Hands, fulfilling everybody's fun. Okay, now let's go ahead and serve grilled cheese. You are gonna come and pee in the pee-pee spot, and then you can go ahead and get in the tent. All right. Are you getting anywhere with it, Danny? You said that one of the EXEs was working, but the other one wasn't? Which is very strange. Have you got, if you right-click and select properties on the EXEs, are you running them both as administrator by default? That could just be a small thing. That might help. Oops, someone's hunting. Rocky's hunting a birdie. Good boy, Rocky. Oh, there's the bird. And the cat's actually quite hungry. Hey, do you want to come over here and eat the bird that Rocky's hunting? The game is crashing, but game is booting, but crashes after boot. That is bizarre. Sorry, Rocky. I'm actually gonna let the cat eat that one. You're more full than she is. And you can chew bones, which we did actually just find another one of. At what point does it crash? Does it crash on, like, does it load anything at all? Or does it just immediately nope right out of there? Like, does it get to the main loading screen? Oh, okay, it gets to the blue load screen. And then does it crash while it's doing the blue load screen? That is weird. Okay, no, you gotta put the food away. Then you can go. Oh, that is weird. I don't know if I've ever had Sims 2 doing that to me. Okay, cat is fully satisfied with hunger. Rocky's eating trash again. Oh, I was gonna have you chew this bone and bump up your hunger. Go ahead and chew your bone, buddy. Yeah, that's a weird point for it to crash, for sure. Okay, so the Sims are all asleep, I think. Or mostly asleep. Maybe the cat's still awake. Hey, Foster Mum. You had a friend yesterday said that her Sims 2 kept crashing as well. Yeah, the fun thing about the Sims 2 is that it can crash for like a lot of different reasons. And so one of the hardest things is figuring out exactly what is causing your game to crash. Because that can be really hard to get to the bottom of. Yay, both of my babies are screaming at the top of their lungs. Perfect. Could try moving the EXE from the TS bin into the CS bin? I don't know if I would do that. Oh, it shouldn't be summer yet. Oh. Sorry. Spawn the weather manipulator. Okay, go ahead, get back in there. Really? It worked for you on your last computer. You did that at Gina's suggestion. I would not have thought to try that. It's quite interesting. Okay, so you are up. You're very smelly. Otherwise, you're doing okay. We've got one more day to play through with this family. Just Sunday. And then we'll probably end stream after that. But we do have this last day left. So today what I would like to try to do is track down the other stray Jack Russell that exists in the world. Somewhere in this world. There's another stray Jack Russell. And I want to get that one adopted too. I think it's Curry. So that we can start breeding the Jack Russells and selling them around the neighborhood for cash monies, which would be good. We won't sell them for too much, but basically I want them to provide dogs to the rest of the neighborhood, particularly the poorer families of the neighborhood, because I think that makes sense. You wouldn't have thought of it either, yeah. I wouldn't have been game to try that at all. No house, twin toddlers, and 2 untrained dogs sounds easy peasy. Yes, and a cat. Just for fun, we also have a cat. Okay, so first thing that I want you to do today is come and check on the sheepies. So let's inspect the ram. Collect the sheep dung. Lovely. Let's inspect the ewe. She doesn't look like she's pregnant yet, which is unfortunate. I would love her to get pregnant. Then you can go ahead and do this. Then I want you to dig again to see if we can find water. So I'm going to get you to dig a hole. Okay, you can put River back in her crib and clean that up. And a cat for funsies. Exactly. The ewe is not currently pregnant. Okay, that's alright. Hopefully she will get pregnant again soon. Oh, Ariel's really hungry again. Okay, let's get her another rat to eat then. You're a hunter cat. Hunt your food. Do a YouTube search on Sims 2 Crash and see if that can help you. Yeah. Googling is always my first step. Whenever there's an issue with anything, I'm on Google. But it's okay. She's getting some help to try to fix the crashing issues from an expert. Lord Crumps is very experienced in Sims 2 troubleshooting. That will probably get pink flashing help, yeah. You could, Danny, you could try looking up to see if anyone else has had this particular problem with the Lazy Duchess launcher in particular. Because obviously that is, like, you know, quite niche. The fact that you're using her exact launcher. No worries, Shady. Have a good one. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Oh, okay. In-game or from story progression? Right. Okay, let's dig for more. Oh, whoops. Oh, well. Oh, Rocky's really hungry as well. Oh, dear. Okay, well, let's feed Rocky some treats. Lord Crumps is a good person to go to. He certainly is. Alright, what'd you find this time, buddy? Another bone. Nice. Alright, dig one more time. Okay, you haven't actually finished eating that rat yet. So if I cancel it... Oh no, the rat disappears. I was hoping that Rocky might be able to finish it off, but I guess not. Okay, that's fine. And that time I can found a rock. Okay, so no luck on the striking waterfront, no worries. Let's go ahead and send him out once again to a community lot to collect some water to bring home. So we'll take him down to the woods. You got the game to boot? Just seeing if RPC is working. Fingers crossed. Good luck. Crossing my fingers for you guys. So is this your first time trying the RPC, Danny? I'm assuming? I've been using RPC for a while now. Yeah, you were putting it off. And this is why. Right. Okay, who have we got here today? So we've got Ariel here today, who is one of the cutest stray dogs in this neighborhood. She's absolutely adorable, but not the stray dog we are looking for, so that is okay. Let's go ahead and harvest some berries to bolster our food supplies. We'll also collect some more branches for firewood. Harvest raspberry leaves for tea. Clearly. Okay, then we can collect some more branches from here. Let's collect these mushrooms again. The separates mod. The unrestricted zodiacs. The lot imposters. Yeah, the separates mod is a real winner. I haven't put in the no zodiac mod yet, but I am going to. It's on my to-do list for this week. And not having to roll the pacifier each time. Lozzie, RPC stands for something, but basically it is an alternative launcher for launching The Sims 2. So, it's been developed by a modder named the Lazy Duchess. Yeah, the pacifier is the big Y for you. Yeah. And so basically this modder, Lazy Duchess, is an absolute genius. He is just changing The Sims 2. He's trying to, like, do just amazing things with it. And the RPC is kind of like his launcher for it. Tick the button for unrestricted zodiacs. Yeah, I'll get around to it. I will. But yeah, so like if you have his launcher, you can really easily install his mods for The Sims 2. And the other bonus to it is that if you are playing with the Ultimate Collection off of Origin, and if you're like me and you don't like Origin, the RPC allows you to bypass it, so you can launch the game without having Origin open. Basically. But yeah, at its core, it's just a custom launcher for The Sims 2. That's what it is. But it comes with some really nice mods that you can enable, which is what we're talking about now. Woo! Okay, so Icon is just going for a little swim. Once again, I'm going to boost his hygiene up to about half full, because we're pretending that he is getting clean by swimming around in this lovely pond here with all the fishies, as you can see. Very, very nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and collect some more branches. Now, these mushrooms over here are no good. These ones are poison, so we don't want to grab those. Let's go ahead and collect the branches here. Collect the branches here. We are getting a little hungry. We could eat a basket of berries. Oh, Rue's here. Hey, Rue. And it looks like a dog has destroyed a rock. Because that happens. You just use the zero swatch tool, Joe. Yeah. I mean, that is also a very nice bonus. Okay, so it doesn't look like we've got the other stray Jack Russell on this lot though, which is what I honestly wanted to find. So what we might do is head to the village green and see if we can run into the other Jack Russell there. Oops, no, don't go home. Walk to lot, community lot, there we go. So let's go to the park, to the village green, and see if it spawns us the right stray dog there. If improved lot imposters didn't crash your game, you might have kept it. I've had mine on the optimized setting for a long while now, and it seems pretty stable. Pretty stable. My mega folder of Doom downloads folder is still struggling a bit though. Okay, so here we have Felix. We also have Shui. But sadly we don't have the other Jack Russell at the moment. Oh, bummer. Hey, Paul. Okay, so what we could do, our options are, we walk to another community lot, see if we can find a stray dog on that one that we want. We walk back home, I cheat and I spawn the stray dog that we want. Or, we just try it another day. I am getting a little tired, so I am keen to kind of wrap up stream soon. If you can't tell, when I'm getting tired, I forget to speak. This dog is everywhere, yeah, he is. Felix and Ariel appears everywhere as well. But yeah, I'll just start playing and I'll just zone out and I'll forget to actually talk. Which is not ideal for live streams. This is a separate playlist outside of The Sims. It's on YouTube. Let's try going to one more community lot. Let's go by the well and bring home one more bucket of water. It's a banger no matter what. Yeah, no, there's some pretty nice royalty-free medieval music on YouTube. So, pardon me, I've just collected some of it, put it into a playlist, and I put the playlist on whenever we stream medieval. Okay, so on this lot we just have Mips the cat. Maybe you're just really into flute music? Maybe you are. Flutes are nice. They have a very nice sound. Paul is also on every lot at the moment as well. He's just constantly coming out. Alright, that's okay then. Let's walk back home so we can be home for the babies aging up. I don't mind you cheating. Look at their family picture. That's so cute. Their cat's upside down. Rocky sitting and being a good boy. It is also possible that Curry the stray will appear on our home lot. Oh, we need to milk that ute as well. Can you do that, please? Okay, there we go. Hey Nara, what's up? Okay, let's do a baby check. How are you two? Yeah, we need to feed them. That's what I thought. Hello, Nancy. An old friend of ours. Okay, my dogs are currently... my animals are currently not starving, so that's good news. Let's cuddle Meadow. Put her back in her crib. I'd rather not cheat if I can help it. Oh, really, Jetset? Scotty from marketing is about to concede? Why doesn't that surprise me? Why doesn't that surprise me? Seriously. Is it, like, looking just really obvious? Also, I don't actually think he wants to be the Prime Minister anymore, to be completely honest. I'm pretty sure that he does not, he has not wanted to be the Prime Minister for a very long time. So guys, what that means, what Jitset has just put in chat is that Australia... So we had a federal election today where our Prime Minister is voted in or out. And what Jetset has just told us is that the one who has been the Prime Minister is about to concede the election to the other party. And so we will have a new Prime Minister. Basically. Okay, the animals are all really hungry again. Oh dear. And the babies have stinky... Rocky, don't lick your pee! Ew! No, don't do that. We'll give you a treat instead. Is that good or bad? I would say good. In my opinion, good. I thought it was someone from Jetset's work. No, no. This is a big deal. It's not a clear victory, it might be hung Labour and Greens. Okay, but the Liberals can't win. Right. Oh, gosh. Fixed it! Yay! That's so exciting! You'll be able to play- No, Rocky, no! Oh, jeez. Scold for being filthy. Rocky, stop eating trash! I understand that you're hungry. I will feed you another treat. I'm sorry that you're starving. Okay, let's change River's diaper. Let's buy some more food for the animals. Because I hate seeing them hungry. Where is my Au Natural pet food? I think it's in here. Yeah. Let's buy... Oh, is it not in here? Oh, it's in... No, it's not in gardening. Oh, it's in here. Sorry, my tummy's making noises also, is what you guys could just hear. Okay, doggy, come here and eat this. There you go. You were thinking, scold him! Here's a treat. Yeah. Well, it's not, he's hungry. He's hungry. Yeah, no, Rocky's the trouble. That's the way it's gonna be. Also, when my new baby arrives. It won't be the new baby that's the issue, it'll be Rocky. Oh dear. Okay, kitty, come here and nibble at this. On Mother's Day, my border collie ate 2 small candles. He was fine, but what a Mother's Day gift to my mum. Oh my goodness. No, Lyndall, you're not going to work. Clean these up. It's lucky he's a big dog, probably, because a smaller dog would have really had troubles with that. If that had been one of my little fluffy ones who had eaten 2 candles, that would have been bad, bad news. Okay, can you please fill these in? I swear I've told you to fill in these like 10 times. And you, fill in this one. Okay, so in... Oh, Felix is here. Hi, Felix. Not the doggy that I wanted to see yet again. What's going on? Oh, a bird has spawned. Excellent. Well, we will be able to hunt that one. Eventually. Maybe allow him to dig once in the holes. I allow him to dig a hole a day and dig into it 3 times to see if he can find water. And he already did that this morning. But right now what's going to happen... Right now what's going to happen is the babies are going to age up. If the game decides to work. Which hopefully it will. Hopefully it will. We will see. Alright, River is aging up. Woohoo! Oh, maybe the dog knows where water is. Maybe. Okay, so little River has aged up. She looks like she's actually really, really cute. Looks like the aging failed on little Meadow. Let's see if I can fix that. Grow up, baby Meadow. Please? Okay, where are you going, child? She's going over here to play with the butterflies. Okay. We'll take a closer look at the toddlers in just a sec. Just want to make sure they both get aged up. There we go. Okay, so we have little babies aged up into toddlers. Let's have a little look-see at them. Okay, so River, first of all. She's cute! Oh my goodness! Hello, sweetheart! Look at this little face! She definitely has some of the Highland genes in her, but I think you can also see her mother. So Highland genes, their surname is Ford, yes. Highland genes are slightly like elven-ish. That is how I'm going to talk to my baby, yes. Yeah, Highland genes are kind of like elven a little bit. I don't think she's actually got the elven ears, but she definitely has a couple of those little features in her cute little face. Oh my goodness. What a sweetie. She is so adorable. And then her sister Meadow over here. Let's take a little look at her. Yeah, she's another real cutie patootie. Also has some pretty strong Highland genes from the looks of things. They're so cute. And yeah, she looks adorable. I love them. Okay, so unfortunately we now have toddlers though, which means we need certain things. I'm gonna get them this water bucket, so they'll be able to clean themselves. I'm also going to get them this little bucket where they can go potty. I'm going to get them some counting stones. So they can count stones to learn skills. And I'll get them. That's probably all we can really get them, to be honest. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and potty train. Who are you holding? You're holding Meadow. Okay, and then so little River, let's start with you. So she is a Libra. She is very sloppy and lazy, but full playful, almost full outgoing, and very high on nice. A water bucket for them to drown in. Ford means river crossing, so her name is River Crossing. Fair enough. Meadow River Crossing is nice though. But yeah, so she's a Libra, so she's very outgoing, playful and nice, lazy and sloppy. And then Meadow is a Scorpio, so she's quite different from her sister. She is mostly active and grouchy. Oh dear, we got a grouch here. She's relatively shy and medium on neat and playful. Alright then. And then the other thing we'll do is get them some traits. So let's get the trait randomizer out. And let's do missing traits to River and Meadow. And let's see what we get. Classic. You're a Scorpio and in no way grouchy. How can twins have two different star signs? You know, that's a great question. You'll have to ask the developers of The Sims 2 because that was their doing and I never really understood it. But I'm just gonna add these two Sims into my spreadsheet. So we have River and we have Meadow. And they are toddlers. Misha, I'm sorry the stream kicked you. If you're having troubles with it, just try refreshing. Might have been your internet, yeah. Okay, so River has received the traits neurotic and eccentric. Perfect. I would expect nothing less from a sim who is the spawn of these two sims. So yes, neurotic and eccentric. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and put those in the spreadsheet. Okay, and then her sister Meadow is excitable and eccentric. No, it's two girls. You're 2 minutes older than Amanda, and you never let her forget it, did you? No, they're two girls, guys. They're two girls. 100%. But yeah, so she is excitable and eccentric. So they're both eccentric babies, which I think definitely holds. Definitely makes sense. Can't say I'm surprised by that at all. So, yep. Excellent. Oh! Erotic instead of neurotic? That would be an interesting trait, wouldn't it? Goodness me. No, neurotic. Alright, Meadow, come over here, darling. Okay, let's go ahead and empty this. You love this family? Living in a field? They've got a certain charm, don't they? Okay, you really want to eat some grilled cheese sandwiches, so you can do that. Toddler girls, you girls can just amuse yourselves for a little while. Why don't you go ahead and play with that bucket? And then we're going to put him to bed. And then we're going to see if we can afford to pay our rent and taxes. Lord knows if we will be able to. And then we're going to call it a stream. There you go. You ate your grilled cheese. You should be happy now. Okay, so Meadow's ready to go into the crib. Let's go ahead and put her in. River, not as much. We'll potty train her and then put her to bed. I hope they don't live across the road from your sim self winning the Lucky Ross. They actually live just next door. Yeah, this is my sim self's house just here. I know it's really dark so you can't really see. I'll just go into build mode for a sec. Yeah, this is my sim self's tea farm right here. So yeah, right next door. So yes, they might be a little jealous of the camellas. That's, yeah, you could do that. It would definitely turn the tide of this family's fortunes. Remember, you can also redeem Select a Ross and then, you know, give them a bit of money that way if you feel the need to. Oh no, wait a minute. Hang on, sorry, get back up. The sheepies have no water. Let's fix that immediately. Sleep. But otherwise, you know, I quite enjoy the struggle. I've always been one of those weird simmers who's like, the harder it is, the more fun I have. Everyone will roll for shipwreck. You only have 3k points, you'll get there. Well, you know, if they all roll for shipwreck, they all roll for shipwreck, that's fine. But there are some other really nice rewards in there. And if you would like to have a look through the Ross rewards, no worries at all, Lozzie. Yeah, I'm gonna head off in just a minute. But if you'd like to have a look at the Ross rewards, you can have a look there. The temptation to redeem try for baby. Well, at least the first two babies have grown up to be toddlers now. We are just about done with this family though. I'm pretty tired, so we're gonna head to bed very, very soon. Okay, so what I need to do is just grab our income that we made. And I'm just going to move this over to the peasant spreadsheet. Okay, because we have decided they are peasants, whoopsie, rather than yeomen. Okay, so they are going to owe... I think they can pay it. They can only pay it because of Lyndall earning maternity leave from her job. But they can afford to pay their taxes. Okay, so that's good, I think. Do we even have, like, the inventory? The money jar. The money vase. I don't think we do. Let's go ahead and grab it. This guy right here. What's going on with all my... What? You're not missing a master? What the heck are you on about? Anyway. Okay. So I will show you guys. We're mostly in Australia. We're mostly in Australia. So for me right now it's 10:30 p.m. For Jitset and Joe it is 11 p.m. The spreadsheet command is !spreadsheet, except I just typoed. So actually spell spreadsheet correctly and that will work. Sydney time, so 11 p.m.-ish, yeah. So I'll just show you guys. So they're going to owe 720 simoleons to the crown. And a tithe of 110 simoleons. Time zones, yep. Yep. There you go, Asa, yeah. So, yeah, we're going to have to pay 720 to the crown and 120 to the church. So, oh no. She wants to have a baby. You're insane. Oh wait, yes, you are literally insane. That goes without saying. Okay, so let's send 5, 6, 7. No worries at all. And 15 is the closest we can do. And then we'll also send 115 to the church. So what I'm doing right now is just paying their taxes, which I do through this little mod called the money transfer vase. And basically, the taxes are really important to increase our town revenue so we can afford to build new community lots for the town. So everything that we build in the town needs to be paid for via taxes or via the church. If the church decides to fund new community lots, then that counts as well. So the taxes are pretty high. You can see we're left with 72 simoleons, which is not very much. And basically back at square one for this family. So that's where I'm going to leave it for tonight. I hope that you have enjoyed. If this was your first time catching a medieval stream, they are often a little more exciting than tonight. Sorry guys, I think I was just a little sleepy. But yeah, this is pretty much what we do. The challenge is so much fun. Thank you, Cracked Kaiba. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's hard work. But yeah, I'm a little tired, a little out of it. So I forgot to say at the start of the stream, I did not sleep well last night. Oh my gosh. I felt like I was awake half the night until like 4 a.m. Like I was getting like snippets of sleep, but it wasn't until about 3:30 a.m. I got out of bed and I went into the living room and I lay on the couch for half an hour because sometimes that just helps to like reset me when I'm having a bad night's sleep. I don't know if any of you other guys do that. If not, I do recommend it. Yes, Asa, there 100% will be a stream tomorrow night. 100%. I will be live. But yeah, so I went out and I lay on the couch and I know that was at about 3:30 a.m. And I lay there probably only for about 10 minutes and then I felt myself dozing off. So yeah, sometimes I just need to change. So I lay on the couch for about half an hour, dozed off, woke up and was like, all right, I'm going to go back to bed now. And then after that, I had a few decent hours of sleep. So it was a bit of a rough night, so I'm a little out of it. But yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna head to bed. I hope you all have a wonderful night, rest of your day. Danny, I hope that you get some good Sims time in today. Hopefully Theo lets you. Yeah, Asa, I've done that before as well. Yeah. I just felt like I needed like a total reset. I was like, I'm just going to go lay on the couch. But yeah, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here as always. I love you all and I will see you next time. Bye.